Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? It's Thursday, August 20th, 2020. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. I'm kind of doing a simple stream. I feel like, honestly, I've never left a midlife. Like, the moment I graduated college, I've entered into a midlife crisis, and it's just been an over a decade-long existence of that. But I want to kind of take things simple. I think I realized something, that when it comes to streaming, I really should just focus on enjoying myself and make this time. And that's really the biggest thing, is I basically feel like the older you get, and this is the wisdom speaking, the older you get, the feeling like the less time you actually have. And it hurts all the more because as much as I'd like to think I worked my butt off in my 20s and 30s here, the actual value that people actually gave it, or in terms of recognizing my work and like work experience and volunteering and such, they determined that it has no value at all. And that to me is the real reason why I kind of like been going through, this major crisis. And the other part of it, of course, is not having friends or people to really talk to. The company you keep, the people who actually want to reach out to you and talk to you. And it's even hard to actually simply reach out to people because there are people who are already established. They have too big of a network. They have too many friends, and it's almost impossible for them to actually take the time and hang out with you. And so constantly having to start over on things is quite difficult. Hey, how's it going, cool guy? And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like I really just kind of, I realize part of my stream I need to make some changes and such, where it doesn't hang on the starting soon screen. I think part of it, what I'll probably actually end up doing, is making a layout, or take some layouts from the assets I've gotten from Nerd or Die and combine them into a single layout on Stream Elements, where I'll make like a rotating GIF gallery or something like that, and have it so like maybe the chat will be on there. Something else aside from like a starting soon screen, like something to actually be talking to. How's it going, cool guy? How's it going, Board555? How am I today? Honestly, I woke up extremely late. Kind of still down right now. It's that feeling of, I kind of feel like I've been dealing with a midlife crisis all my life. So I'm not in the best of shape. Like, I've been trying to work out. I've been working, I've been trying to exercise every single day. Which has been really rough on my legs. And I'm mainly trying to actually like find a way to build muscle, which is a little hard when you don't have access to your gym. Because now I finally realize, like, oh, this is actually how you tone your body. Like, I actually finally did the research, and the basic research is, yeah, you do need to do cardio and such, but that's like a short-term solution to stop being skinny fat, and the long-term solution is actually building up your muscles. So things like resistance training and strength training will actually cause you to lose fat in the long term. That's honestly, like, that's why I took a walk. Like, I woke up late. I stayed up way too late last night because I'm a night person, honestly. Like, that's the real hard part, and I don't exactly have an established routine. Because as much as I would love to have content creation and streaming as a career, I recognize that even if I do everything right, you can still fail when it comes to this industry. I mean, I was reading an article by Zach Busey. I don't know if I said his name correctly or not, so apologies if he does actually listen to this. And he wrote an article basically about what does the average streamer earn? Actually, you know what? We can actually show this. Hang on a second. I'll actually show his article here. I don't fully... Obviously, I completely disagree with it. I want to actually get to the actual article itself here. So I think I have this set up correctly. Yes, I do. The truth about being a Twitch affiliate. I honestly feel like I'm compelled to make a video saying this is not the truth about being a Twitch affiliate. Because I've been a Twitch affiliate for 5, maybe 6 years now. Like, the sad part is, honestly, I wish I actually took better track of when I actually started streaming. And I know when I, like, really started streaming. It was basically because... What was it? Otto Rayner gifted me Dark Souls 2, because I couldn't afford it at the time. It's like, for me, I'm always money tight. And he bought it for me as a gift, and I felt like, you know what? You bought this as a gift for me. What do you want me to do? And he said, play as Little Mac. I'm like, all right, cool. First time playing through the game, we'll play as Little Mac. And so what I ended up doing was, had Little Mac, I tried to make design a Little Mac, and I literally just set it up so it would just be him punching his way through all the bosses. So, like, no shirt, like, no chest armor or anything like that. Try to stick with the pants. And it was honestly very fun. Like, I know that was around the time when I started actually, like, really getting into streaming. But this person here, Zach Busey here, he's trying to build a business, and I'm kind of doing the same thing too. It's like I'm trying to sit down and write write basically an outline for a setup guide for Triggerfire. Like, one really cool thing about Triggerfire is that, like, it could do images, it could bring up video clips that you upload, and it can also bring up, it also play sounds and stuff. Like, that's how I have all my sounds set up, is basically anytime someone claims an audio request, they can actually have that be played on stream using their channel points. And so this guy's trying to basically do the same thing, but he wrote this article here, and his sample size, he finally posted on Twitter and such, and a lot of people who are, basically in the industry love the article, and me, I actually sat down and read the thing and realized, this is a bunch of crap. That's another thing I need to do. I need to actually take the time and actually make more custom alerts and such. Thank you very much for the bits, though, board. Really appreciate it. So it's like here, stats of an average viewer. And so I want to be specific about this. So he literally went, his sample size was, let's see here. Let me see if I can find his actual sample size here. His sample size here goes, okay. Did he really not list his sample size in his own article? Here we go. Okay. So he went from 25,500 affiliates. So that's a big amount. However, he narrowed it specifically to this type of criteria. 25 to 50 viewer range. So these are people who have a consistent viewership, which honestly is actually really, really good. That is part of the 1% in terms of streaming. Like, even if you have, like right now, if there are 5 people who are watching me, who are watching this stream, that, believe it or not, is actually part of the 1%. Basically, if you have, it's part of the 3%. The top 3%. Basically, if you have even one other person watching you and enjoying your content on Twitch, you are literally part of that top 10% immediately, just by having one other person watching you. That's insane when you actually think about that. But go a little deeper here. So his criteria is 25,500 in the 25 to 50 viewer range since December 2019. Then he reduced that down to 1,131 that were exactly 25 viewers. And so it's like, okay, you know what? You think that's a good amount. But then he reduced even further to 100 people. 100 people. And what he actually ended up pulling out here was, like, here's this picture demographic here. This is basically, your 1,000, your 1,000 words here. Average Twitch affiliate stats: 30 viewers, $44.29 per month. I want you to kind of let that settle in your mind there for a second and realize that's the monthly income. And this is, it's like, so this is very, in my personal opinion, I'd say this is very cherry-picked data. Out of anything else, I don't even know why I went to this route here. I literally should have just jumped into Fall Guys right off the bat. I am sorry to all those who wanted me to actually be a jelly bean here, because we are going to be a jelly bean. But I feel like there needs to be some sort of explanation here. First off, getting $444 as an average, because obviously there's some outliers here. You look at his highest performer out of the group here, 110 viewers, $2,701 a month. That's insane. That is completely unrealistic. When the rate, like here, you go to his middle, look how much of a difference that is. $2,400 between someone who's gaining 149 followers per month. And that's a huge difference. Like, realize, like, that's your monthly wage. So if you divide that by 2, make that your bi-weekly paycheck here. These are people who basically are earning, even if we are generous, and let's just go with the average with this weighting it on it. That's what, $222.15 per month. That is, or on a bi-weekly basis. Yeah, that's not going to pay rent. Like, and I feel like this, it's like, obviously, nobody ever wants to be the downer. Nobody ever wants to be the downer on here, but he brings in so many other statistics and sources and stuff saying, like, like, he even openly writes it, saying, if that's true, 9% of affiliates earn this much per hour streamed, the lowest just earning 28 cents per hour. And of course, let's be honest, a lot of people will spend their time doing stream production and such. They'll doing work offline, trying to build more sources of revenue, build more assets, or for all we know, they could just be messing around or languishing in the unfortunate pandemic of COVID here. But even if there was no pandemic, they might still just be goofing off. And obviously, the guy gives actually some good advice here, but I feel like the other part that kind of undercuts everything and makes it an outlier. Number 4 here of what unites the earners here. Number 4, every single successful streamer in his group was already popular on a different platform. Yeah, in reality, streaming is the way streaming is because there's no discoverability on Twitch, and that, if anything, is actually a major con and pro. It's a bad thing, obviously, because it just turns Twitch into a numbers game, but at the same time, it's also a really good thing, because if you can make that content elsewhere and become noticeable, it will feed into your other activities. People will want to know what you're doing when you're not streaming. Or when you are, or, they're like, kind of the other way around, actually, I'm sorry. When you're not uploading videos, the ability to be able to connect with you and just have someone to be your ear or to listen to you makes a huge difference. And I feel like, obviously, like, you want to be positive. Like, everyone always wants to be positive and stuff. For me, I read this and I'm like, you could literally write this as be more like, this is not it's like, I could easily write a counterpoint to this saying, this is not the truth about being a Twitch affiliate. Being a Twitch affiliate, I'd be lucky. If you're getting 6 viewers a month, that's not going to convert to 76 followers a month. I'm sorry. Even if you do have 25, let's just say actually you do have the 25 followers and they're consistent. It's going to be very difficult because you're more likely, a person who's actually going to come to Twitch is most likely going to actually say, here, watch Pokimane, watch Trihex, watch Proton John. They're not going to be scrolling down because it's a numbers game. Like, Twitch's discoverability is who's number one, and that's the reason why you will get a lot of outliers or people who actually have built their entire career on streaming by just viewbotting. You know, they'll viewbot, they'll get noticed, they'll get that account banned, assuming people actually report on the person. But by that time, because it's a numbers-based solution here, or a numbers-based solution in terms of getting discovered, you know, argumentum ad populum. That's actually the best way to say it. Like, it is, this person is good because there are people watching. In reality, obviously, you know, let's be honest, we've seen what YouTube, or not YouTube, the highest viewers on Twitch, the most popular streamers on Twitch as of late, are like, was it the reaction YouTubers of, God, when did reacts on YouTube really start becoming so mainstream? Like, what, 2016, 2015? Probably around that time. I'm probably way off, actually, but still. Like, that's where Twitch is right now. You basically have these extremely popular streamers who, even if they're reacting to the content earnestly, they're then taking that content, their streams, and uploading onto YouTube. So it's basically the same type of crap that YouTube, in terms of a community, like the actual, you know, video editors and content creators actually said, we don't really want React content on YouTube. Obviously, there will always be some type of React content, but they want it to be, at least have a vague level of originality. Not like YouTubers taking other people's YouTube content and interacting to it. And sometimes, obviously, between consenting parties, like, I think I've seen, Jesse Cox and Krendor do, like, a react of a react of a react of a react. Your full inception here of constantly reacting to their own videos back and forth. And that in itself it's its own stupid meta humor comedy that on the concept I can't help but laugh at because of how ridiculous it sounds. But it's also still, that makes sense. But the reality is most of those people who are the big streamers on this platform, they're reacting to all this YouTube content or just watching television. Like, really, that's what they're doing. And they're not laughing, they're not giving some sort of commentary or critique, or even giving something insightful about it. And that's really kind of where I think, if anything, a lot of the bigger streamers are so heavily resting on their laurels that their own viewership basically looks at it. Any sort of critique you make, they can do no wrong. Like, I've been getting some very, no, actually, you know, and I'll be honest, most of the insults that have actually been thrown at me online as of late from people on Twitter have actually been very, like, really? This is the best you've got? And this actually came from, like, artists and streamers, too. Like, I commented on a Twitch video on Twitter from that, you know, they covered Tim the Tat Man. And he's a massive streamer. And he's actually about what we're actually going to play. And let's actually just jump over to that right now. He was playing Fall Guys. His entire gimmick was that he couldn't get a crown. He couldn't get a win. And that's understandable. You know, let's be honest, it's statistically, your odds of actually winning a game of Fall Guys are insignificant. Like, you can say the game is incredibly simple, and that's why it's enjoyable. Heck, I like it. But let's be frank about this. Your actual odds of winning the crown are so tiny, and he probably spent, I don't know, this game has been out for 3 weeks, I'd say? 3 weeks? I'm gonna assume he wasn't in the beta. or Tim the Tatman was in the beta. So I commented on this video created by Twitch, and obviously it was a collage. It was a montage of him being frustrated, him being upset, and the part that actually kind of concerned me, and I've experienced from this actually, dealing with, if you've never heard of a rageaholic, you know, a person who takes their anger out physically, and I've been seeing a lot of people getting noticed by their, let's just be honest and call it what it is, violent reactions. Big streamers going after me? Not really going after me, they just outright just say, you know, shut the hell up. Obviously they're using profanity. Or they make, you know, some, you know, create, or they'll kind of take like the most generic, or, you know, something that's popular as of late. Like, what's been popular as of late is, like, instead of actually just using Twitter, you take you write down on... Okay, apparently my jump didn't take in. You write down a message on paper, and then you post it. And what was it? That was a, an artist, actually, a photographer. Actually did something really nice. Like, he had, like, a action figure holding the card. It was actually really nice. But obviously it was, you know, taking the standard, you know, it's like, was it, don't crap on other people's, in people's enjoyment. You know, that sort of stuff. And these are, you know, these are actually decent-sized or really popular streamers. And I don't think, like, and it makes me realize that there are so many people out there in this world that has never had to deal with anything really violent. Or, like, actual strife in their life. Which is really interesting. I mean, like, we all have customer service stories, but, like, I have customer service stories of people actually getting violent, or dealing with a rageaholic, or knowing people who are rageaholics and have taken out their actions violently in front of me. And so when I saw Tim the Tatman throw his controller, and I've been seeing more videos of, like, you know, there was another person, it was not a big streamer or anything like that, but it was a person who was playing Fall Guys as well. And the moment he got eliminated, because it just had a bad luck, you know, a series of bad luck of just constantly being bombarded by the balls in this game, where he ended up getting eliminated, he got up out of his chair and just started punching it. And I understand, like, getting competitive with a game. Like, the whole point, this is a competition. But I always get concerned about... I'm gonna get knocked off. Yeah, I already lost. I always get concerned about people who take their violence, or take their anger or rage out violently. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. That's what happens. The moment you get hit by that ball, you know, you're done. But they take out their aggression physically. And that was my focus, honestly. And I probably should have worded it better on Twitter. Like saying, don't throw your controller, because if... Let's be honest, probably hundreds of thousands of people... Not simply watching Tim, but just that clip there... has a strong impact on what's actually socially acceptable. And I'll even I understand, like, when people yell. Let's be honest, our society does not allow anyone to actually properly express their anger. At all. But there's a huge difference between someone yelling and someone actually, say, throwing a controller. Because if your way you actually vent your rage in terms of habits, I become concerned about that. Because chances of things like domestic abuse are incredibly higher. Or just simply becoming violent towards another person when your solution to actually deal with your anger is to throw things around. And that was, like, honestly, like I said, I could have worded it a lot better on my tweet, but let's be honest, there's only so much you can do with, what was it, 240 characters? There's only so much you can do. So I've been dealing with that kind of crap. It's like, Because I said, was it? It was unhealthy. You know, seeing that kind of rage. And I probably should have focused more on the streamer and say, like, not the game. I'm just gonna do safety strats here. I normally like going up the, like always going up the middle. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of do that. But yeah. Dealing with a lot of the, a lot of crap from a lot of people. And obviously some people actually completely, like, they'd give a like to my tweet. Because obviously, I don't want to see people, like, take any sort of aggression out physically. Because I've seen people who do it as a habit, and it's just not healthy. It really isn't. Like, I know a lot of people will say, like, it's entertainment, and they're right. It is meant for entertainment purposes, but I'd hate to tell these people, it's like, these streamers can't call themselves entertainers, but at the same time, I'll always be worried about those people who actually take their aggression out physically. Because I've seen what it actually does to people and the people around them, and it sucks. But obviously people are going to read my tweet and take a completely different meaning of it, and that's fine. That's a lot of pirates. Also, I need to actually contact Mediatonic about getting that dummies outfit. I participated in the beta. Where's my dummy outfit? Oh, no. So what have you guys been up to? I'm sorry to say this. I'm completely ignoring you guys. Okay. All right. There are so many people who are trying to clear this jump. It's hilarious. Alright. Should not have done that. But if it works, it works. I would feel really bad right now. I just realized how cutting it close we are right now with this. Like, I couldn't believe I couldn't even beat Streets of Rage 2 last night. That was a mess. Been playing Smash Ultimate. Just recently got it. Nice, board. There's so much deals. You know, I'll say right now, I still haven't played any. I have not played Smash Brothers since pretty much it came out. You can't convince yourself to play online, though. Honestly, here's the one positive thing about the Smash Ultimate scene. It actually did a decent job with its matchmaking. That the people who are stupidly good at that game have this elite Smash area for them. So, if you actually, like, know the basics of a good character, and I feel like that's actually probably the one fighting game I actually wouldn't mind playing online with other people. Actually, you know what? It is actually the one fighting game I don't mind, because the mechanics have depth. They really do. Like, depth to the point where you could, like, cheese certain things. But in terms of, like, the commands that you actually have to input, they're simplistic. Like, they're so simplistic, I actually wouldn't mind playing it. But I had enough of fun with the game, just simply, like, going through the world of light. I'd still say, oddly, like, people hate Brawl, but I'd still say, like, I actually liked Subspace Emissary just simply because it was a beat-em-up. It was a beat-em-up adventure that I actually enjoyed. Probably could have been better paced, but it was still more enjoyable. Hope you actually got Ultimate on sale. See, I see so many people, like, just kind of not like it. And I'll be honest, like, it was probably actually around that time, honestly, wasn't it? I played a decent amount of Melee, and that was basically by myself. Melee, you know, it's like I played with family. You know, you play with your brother, your sister, and such, and your cousin. That sort of thing. You didn't get it on sale? Well, it is a Nintendo product. It rarely goes on sale. It's like, to me, it's like Subspace Emissary was actually just fun because it was different. I mean, I made the game harder on myself because I didn't use the stickers. Didn't use the sticker mechanic. That was a big mistake. You know, it's like, here, I could have made all those characters stronger. No, I didn't do that. Probably should have, though. I think I did, like, later on when I tried to replay it again. I think most people didn't, just because it's like, why? Why does this layer of content exists here? Like, I wouldn't mind a collectible thing. You know, that's fun. I am so glad everyone here is actually being friends. This is a friendly group of players, and I love them. They deserve hugs. They're not being mean. Let's not trip. I'm gonna be eliminated. No, I'm not. Okay, thank goodness. Kept buffing into people. But obviously, I'll say one last thing of it. Obviously, like, one of the reasons Sim to That Man made such a massive amount of viewers is because he already had an existing audience. But oddly enough, his success was his failure. Which is one of the weirdest things to actually ever see on a streamer actually do. You succeed because you fail. Or because you can't succeed. You didn't know about them either, at least not the first time though. Second time around was because of why. Yeah, the sticker system in Subspace Emissary was just kind of... It was there. Like, obviously, it's like... The one thing Smash Brothers does have, and it's really good, is like, it's a homage to everything else on streaming. Nope, that wasn't the answer. Just forward and to the left. Oh no, I think I just eliminated myself because of that. Oh no, it's just gonna be straightforward. It's just gonna be straightforward. Or not. What? Oh no, it isn't straightforward. Holy crap. There's the answer. I don't know why I can always find the ending for this one. It's like that. There's enough tiles that shake around that make you like, okay, no, that's the one. I can usually get, like, it's always, for me, it's always very binary. Either I get first place in Tiptoe, or I get eliminated. It's one or the other. And obviously, the reason I always get eliminated is because I'm being a twit and just jumping, leaping for, like, let's just find out if this is the right area until we get to the end. Then it's like, okay, I see this tile shake, that's the lane. It's like become a very polarizing thing. Either I get first place or I get eliminated. And I'm very tired of playing Fall Ball. Oh, by the way, speaking of, well, not speaking of Fall Ball here, that's a non sequitur. I've actually been adding a few things to, Trigger Fire. And I've been trying them out. I don't know why I'm not playing goalie here. Why am I not playing goalie? There are no players here. And I've been adding a few videos and such. And I think they're still like listed as commands. That's not going to make it, but I got to play defense here. And you can actually do... You can actually do, what's it, one video to play, I think it's, if I left them as commands, and I'm fairly confident I left them as commands, because I didn't set them up as channel points, because I'll mess around with the video, the settings, and one of them was exclamation salt, and the other one was, noted, exclamation noted, and those will get some videos to play. I'm just watching some people uploading videos of this game on YouTube, and I'm wondering, did they fix the bug with the tail game when it's the final game? Oh, I just realized something. Hang on, that wouldn't be right. Did I actually set that up? Fairly confident I set that up. This is how we know we actually did things right. There it is. Try it again, Salt. Or Board. Try it again, Board. I have salt on the brain. My order of operations was incorrect in terms of sources. Really? That's odd. I didn't set it to moderator. Oh, crap. You got past me. It doesn't matter. Where you can quit out in the tail. I actually don't know about that, cool guy. I'll be honest, I've never... Since I don't play this game with people... Oh, that's a fun one. No. I don't know if they fixed that yet, cool guy. I don't know if... Why doesn't salt work? I'm gonna do this real quick. This is gonna be a real stupid thing I'm doing, but we're gonna check that out. We are going to do some live checking here. Everyone? Okay, that's why salt doesn't work. There it goes. Now it should work. So in Trigger Fire, what you actually can do is set it up so instead of channel points, you can allow a command to appear. Oh, that is good. I am not winning this. If the balls keep rolling this direction here, I am not going to be winning this. I'm really not going to be I am definitely not winning this. The answer is always go to the right. Because then nobody will touch you. Or maybe I do win. Sweet. See, there's one person who's actually been playing this game a lot, and I don't know if they've been streaming it. It's actually Little Foo. Ah, good old duck cut laugh. See, now I'm hooked. Now I want to win 5 times in a row here. Or I guess 4 times. But yeah, like I said, I've been working on the whole Trigger Fire setup. I really should just call them setup videos. I want to make them review videos, but I realize like I'm not really reviewing them because it's just a tool. It's not something I should actually like give a critique on. It's a tool that if you can find a way to use it, I think will actually be very useful in how you actually present your stream. Like for me, I care more about presenting clean gameplay for the most part. Like, in reality, like you could actually make a video montage using, you know, like clips. Because if you're streaming for like, what was it, 2-3 hours, let's be honest, you're probably not going to need to just give a direct feed here. I'm not going to make that, but I will make this. I need to get up, please. But I've been messing with it. I think I also put up, I think I left this actually working. Exclamation point Flammy. Flammy from Secret of Mana. But it's really nice. Like, you can add GIFs. You can add GIFs. You can assign sound to those GIFs. Although it will take up one of your sound alerts. 2M's board. I think that's how Flammy's name's supposed to be spelled. I think it's 2M's. I'll actually double check that. Hang on a second. I am going... Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you are. I should probably make that image transparent, but I was obviously testing and messing around with things. Like, obviously, if you want clean, like a clean presentation, obviously the cleanest is just like have all your alerts just kind of be audio only. But part of me realizes, like, if I even make a simple, like, dedicate a section of a source, or of a scene, I should say, to where, say, those alerts can actually go, I think it can go a long way. I am blindly guessing. Follow the leader wherever he goes. It's this one. I would like to stop being sandwiched by the candy cane doors. But it's like, say you have your, like, your ideal, actually, cool guy, that's not a bad idea. Hang on a second. I wonder if I could actually do that right now. I'm going to try that. Images. Command aliases. Flammy. Save. Do me a favor and try that again, cool guy. Type that in. I put in as an alias. I want to see if that actually worked. Nope. I'll have to try that again. We'll try it in the next mini game. But I think, like, Trigger Fire can be a really nice way for people to actually have interactivity with, when it comes to streaming. Oh, this is like a head-to-head sort of deal here. Oh no, here it comes. I love how the solution to this is just simply jump. Like, if you ever get your ball gets stuck by the other players, just jump. Just, push the ball and jump under it, and the physics, the way it reacts, it'll just push the ball up and over the opposing players. Let's take a look here. While people are getting pushed out here. Advanced settings. Why didn't it save? Flammy. Try to add aliases or alternate commands keys to activate this trigger. Save. Okay. Did it save this time? It did not save. Why is it not saving? Yeah, that's weird. It's command keywords. Keywords can be anywhere in the message and do not require an exclamation point. Okay, I'm guessing their aliases aren't working at this time. That's weird. That is weird. And also, we're going to miss the entire game. Well, the answer is this way. Nope, that was not the right way. It's gonna be the end! Told you, first place or get eliminated. It's one or the other. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I can put Flammy as a keyword right now. Because Trigger Fire is actually a one-man project. He's actually worked very closely with Harris Heller and Sam Woodhull to create a lot of resources and such. And they have enough funding. Wait, why is he suck? Wait, what? Sorry, I got lost on that. Why is he suck? The duck hunt laugh is just a laugh. It's to me, I just find it. Oh, why is he stuck? Wait, who was stuck? Someone was stuck? I didn't notice. Who was stuck? Well, let's see. Can I do it again? Can we go 2 for 2? I'm gonna say no, knowing my luck. Because it's always difficult. Why are you pushing me this way? Fine. That's fine. Take it. Oh no! Get your butt! No, I lost this. I lost this. Yeah, no, I lost this. No, wait. Nope, I jumped too soon. I jumped too soon. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I didn't get the momentum. Oh well. So much for 2 for 2. That should have been mine. That should have been mine, but I always forget about the momentum you need when it comes to jumping. He's lower than everyone. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. That was my match to lose, and I lost it. I blew it. It's terrible. Let's take a look here. Hang on a second. Let's bring up that clip here. There's Heller. Hang on, we're gonna get a little bit of a little bit. That's definitely the wrong button. That's definitely the wrong button. That was the console. There we go. He's lower than everyone. And, Sam Woodhull. Oh yeah, that happens. Yeah, that can happen. So, I think was it Mediatonic? This is kind of just like a collision of elements. This happened a few times in the beta as well. Honestly, it's not really something I would even list as a priority thing because they're just letting the physics engine kind of do the work, because the moment you get pushed out, no, it just looks like, you basically just become a sprite. And so you just bounce around here, and sometimes the players will actually, get stuck. And funny thing, actually, they can actually fall behind it. So it's not just forward. So obviously this entire thing is also 3D, what you're seeing here. And they can actually, like, the physics engine is so wonky, they can actually fall through the grate. But sometimes they can just get stuck. It's funny, though. It's actually hilarious. He did refuse to fall. Look, some people just... let's be honest, it's okay to be a sore loser at times. Yeah, it's really rare. It's really rare to see someone get stuck. I've seen it enough times that I'm nulled by it, so it's like, oh, ha ha ha, that's funny. It happened. Also, the other reason I'm playing it, I want to try and at least get level 40. Get that achievement now, though. Get that achievement. I want to get this, but I know I'm not... It's gonna be hard to actually get this, whatever the Z-Snap was. I wish they actually did a preview of this. I would love to see what these are. But I'm trying to get I'm trying to get all the achievements I can. I know I'm not gonna 100% this game, because obviously one of the achievements is 5 in a row. One of the other achievements is a multiplayer achievement. I know plenty of people who play this game, but I doubt they're gonna want to play with me. It's terrible as it sounds, and that's because they have their own lives to live. And I honestly wish I could be a better friend and get more involved in their lives. But I think where most people are, it's always hard to be that person to reach out. Because I always feel like I'm going to be just annoying a person, honestly. But I know, like, you need to, like, if anything, I would actually say, in terms of, like, life advice, find enough people who will want to be around you. And that you want to be around them. Like, expand your network as much as possible. Okay, that's new. Alright. That's new. See, I don't care what other people say. I actually do like Seesaw. I like Seesaw. To me, this is like a fun map. And I wish Fall Mountain was like a culmination of all the races. Like, I want a Ninja Warrior, and I know this game's meant to be a wipeout. And I feel like, obviously, like, this game should be, for kids. So that anyone and everyone can actually enjoy themselves. But I will say, though, if you decide, Mediatonic, to make, say, like, a Ninja Warrior set of maps, I would be more than happy to play through them. Oh, that's the part that makes this game great. Because it's other people who are affecting your performance. It's like, I could get really sour about all of the team games. Like, I think anyone can actually feel very salty and sour about the, I need to find a sour emote, or sour video, or something to express sourness. Sour and salty. There we go. That's... Why isn't sour part of the Twitch jargon? There's salty and then there's sour. I think those would be two, like, sensation that should actually do it. To try and make that a thing. But yeah, no, like, I will say, like, getting the whole, like, I just like this. Because, like, it's long enough that I feel like it doesn't actually overstay its welcome. Obviously, there's tons of people who will disagree with me, but I think Seesaw actually is probably one of the better races in this game. Like, I feel like Hit Parade, and this is obviously me just simply wanting the game to be harder. I know that's what it is. And I feel like what they simply could do, what Mediatonic could do is like, here's the Ninja Warrior version. You think you're hardcore? All right, let's be hardcore. Give you more difficult maps. I know there's Sour Please, but I assume that's a Franker Phase Z emote, and I never looked into it, though. Huh. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, Franker Face, what's it, Better Twitch TV and such. Because that used to be, like, let's be honest, if you're not watching people for their content, you're watching them for their, what do you call it? I just took it right back. Good job, buddy. Too bad. No, just let them do their thing. Just let them do their thing. Hopefully no one's after me. Gonna do this. Alright. We're good. We good. It's fine. It's all okay. Nope. No, what are you after me? Ah, fine. There you go. Ah, suckers. Just trying to find a nice... Oh, they had tails. I lost my tail. That was my own fault. That was my own fault. I let myself get psyched up here. Thank you. I'll take that. Why am I jumping in with the masses here? I've jumped... Did he just get possessed by Dulcine? I feel like someone just got possessed by Dulcine. Need to actually... Oh, I'm not gonna do my part here. I have failed the team. Oh no, we're in overtime. That's terrible. No! How the... I have had this happen where it's like, overtime occurs, and then we just don't get it. He is a better... See, Team Tail Tag is the one tail tag I actually like. I am not a fan of Royal Fumble because there's just not enough players, and it's just one tail, and I'm not exactly a fan of Tail Tag either by itself. Because once again, it's just you. And I feel like with the whole latency issue, whatever the actual problem is, I don't know if it actually... I kind of just attribute it to latency, because, let's be honest, I'm going to be lazy about this. It works as a team game. Because I don't get completely upset. But I will be upset if I'm the one person and then someone does the Dulcine grab and then I get eliminated. I'll get upset about that. I will get salty. I will get all the salt. I'm slowly going to eliminate you. And apparently someone went AFK. Oh no, it's speeding up. It's speeding up, and people are running into me now. Stop running into me. Now this is fine, I can stop. See, my strategy is basically kind of like get an over-compassing view and just make sure you're not under one of these and just kind of stop and then jump. It works out pretty well for this. Not so much for the finale. I'm glad they brought Jump Showdown back, though. That's nice. I like Jump Showdown enough as a final. Ooh. Thought we were done. Now we're done. Lately, I haven't been able to win Jump Showdown, though. Was it? I had a Jump Showdown where it was like down to the last 3 pillars where I couldn't jump to another part, to one of the last 3 platforms left. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm so far away. Mine shouldn't drop. Mine dropped. And I was like, oh, crap. Like, I was just eliminated outright. So I guess the RNG for that game mode means that, yeah, you could just be left all by your own and your platform can still drop. I think what I'm going to do with this channel for now, I'm going to do what everyone else does, because I'm going to make it my time to play games. I want to make it my time to be able to... If any other people I know want to play a game, I want to be able to play a game with them. And just beat games. Because I realize, like, it's hard to actually make a channel around just being content. Or just being, like, being a stream moderator and such. You know, I'll admit, I want to get that superhero outfit. I want that superhero outfit. Although, I just realized it has the whole Clark Kent haircut, and that kind of is a turn-off, but hey. I can never pull off. Although, I just realized, like, I have, like... I love that they actually made a shirt and pants pattern. I love that they did that. Although I have actual pants. I am... You know, I just realized I am literally wearing my Fall Guys outfit right now. Obviously, I'm not that fat. I'm skinny fat. I'm not fat. Oh, no. No, please, let's all be friends. It's time to be friends, everyone. It is time to be friends. Friendship. Let's go friendship. Friendship for everyone. Friendship for everyone. Friendship for everyone. I always get worried because there's always that one person that gets grabby. And it is the worst. Like, it used to be like, oh, I got stuck against the platform, and that always made me feel bad. Now it's when a person grabs me. I swear to God, I hope when Season 2 comes around, they will add another game mode and say, Fall Ball no more. I don't hate Fall Ball. Fall Ball is fine, but I don't like it that you could end up just having a match of 8 players. And it just comes up way too often. It comes up way too often as a game mode. That was a pitiful bounce. One of you players got to play offense here. No! People, be offense. You gotta go offense here. Stabilize it. You can do it. I believe in the team. Good, we equalized. Get your football. I want a hug. Hug me. Please hug me. Hug me, friend. Hug me, hot dog bird. We know what hot dogs are really made of. It's made of pigeons. The value of a protein that you give. This guy, what's your name? 2370. 2370, stop trying to be a striker. You're not going to be a striker if the ball's not near you. Normally I play defender, but as of late, every time I have to play this game, I have to play goalie, because everyone just wants to play offense. It's like when you're stuck being the heel bot of the team. It's like that, when you're just stuck as being the heel bot. Also... Now this is gonna keep going. Oh no, they diverted it. Oh, this is bad. Oh, that's so bad. Gonna let that go. Fine. Gonna. They have no goalie on their side. He knows what to do. It's all about giving them winks. Oh, sweet, Hexagon. I love Hexagon. I think, honestly, this is probably, like, their best finale out of everything, just simply because the way it's developed, it's become, like, a huge mind game. Just simply because, like, it's all about either you play Qbert, or you start really playing around and trying to figure out what actually works. I want to see if I can actually do this. Yes, I can. This is actually really bad. People are playing this really well today. There's nothing. We have actually used every single tile on the first 2 floors. That is impressive. No! Oh, I screwed that up. That was actually that was a me problem. Yeah, I think we're gonna play nice, aren't we? We're gonna play nice? We're gonna play nice. Although he led me to my doom. Alright. Oh no! Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's okay. We can keep going. I just totally cut myself off here. What are you doing? We were supposed to be friends, allies, compatriots. But all of that went to south. Went horribly wrong. No! Everything went horribly wrong. Everything is... Oh my god, these people are stupidly good at this game. They're too good at this game. There's not enough tiles here. Support anything or anyone. There's a... How are there 2 other players alive? Someone is up there. I'm gonna play risky. Probably shouldn't play risky. I played it risky, and I just doomed myself. I just realized that. He has more tiles than I. He has more tiles than I! I know there's some people who like to drop down a couple floors and start clearing the blocks. Yeah, like, that's the great thing about Hexagon. The great thing about Hexagon is that it started just simply being like everyone's panicking, everyone's just running around, which is great. That's entertaining. But then people started doing... Then people started, all right, you know, I'm gonna kind of what I do. I basically moved on to just being Qbert. Let's play this like Qbert. Let's just jump from tile to tile, take our time, maximize the length of the game. You know, survive by attrition, basically. But then, when you combine the two, you have people running around, and then you have people jumping around. People are going to start cutting people off, or start taking the amount of tiles that are going to be available. And so it basically becomes this, like, silly mind game that's absolutely hilarious. And I love. I'm trying to add more, I need to actually figure, like, the one downside about Trigger Fire, and I really need to actually do this, is... The one downside about Trigger Fire is that there's a limit, because this is just a one-person project that he developed. And it only allows you to support up to 30... No, not 30. I got it expanded because I got a code from the guy. Not directly, but indirectly. That expanded the amount of alerts you could have on Trigger Fire. And so I have 30 audio sounds I can have instead of the standard... like 25 or 20. I think it's 20 is your standard. Like, one thing I gotta do, though, is actually, Alright, let's just go with the flow on that. Don't worry, buddy, I'm a team player. I know how physics work. I know how physics work. Team player. Go team. See, my optimism is when I'm playing games with other people. That's where my optimism goes. The moment the optimism disappears is the moment I see things like, I see things like what Zach Busey wrote for his blog, or his website. Because the way I want to actually make my content, and I want to build a blog, and I realized I gotta actually hire a web designer to actually design it for me, is that I want it to be more of a toolbox than simply give out empty promises about if you do X, Y, and Z, you will be a success. Because the hard reality is, I have seen plenty of people who do the right thing. I've done everything basically people like say. It's like, hey, if you do the X, Y, and Z, you will be a success. And they have failed. And it's hard to say, it's like, well, it's of no fault of their own. You know, it's like most people would say, like, it's their fault. In reality, it's like, no, it's not really their fault. Because part of it is just actually being discovered. And I feel like the way a lot of people can be discovered in this day and age, as terrible as it sounds, you just need to be a terrible human being. Or at least present yourself as a terrible human being. You know, it's like one of my neighbors has on their license plate. You know, one of those license plate holders for the back of your car. You know, was it well-behaved women seldom make history. And that's honestly actually a very good quote. That is actually a very apt thing. And people should, when it comes to trying to improve things and do things for the better, be a rabble-rouser. I can't believe I said rabble-rouser. Does that make me an old person now? I think it does. Back in my day. But back to the point real quick. I feel like we've kind of taken it like that type of saying or the actual purpose and meaning of it to just kind of mean you can be an asshole. It's like, I'll pay attention to it. I'll be more than happy to pay attention to the person if it makes people's lives better. Good goodness knows we've got plenty of problems out there that needs fixing. Let's go up the middle. Let's take a chance. I want to take a chance. I have failed. But I have recovered. It's just been a long time since I heard the word rabble-rouser being used. Yep. That's the kind of language you'll get from me. It's not even me, like the worst part, I think, honestly, just when you hear words that you normally wouldn't hear in a standard, in a normal conversation with people. I think, if anything, oddly enough now, when someone uses just simply a different word, they use a homonym or a synonym, they'll instantly like, oh, this person's trying to be more intelligent. It's like, no, probably not really. Especially if they're doing something like a stream. Like, that's kind of the way that person talks. It's kind of like how you read, like, a lot of articles. Like, one weird way of actually being a decent writer is not trying to use the same word twice. Like, obviously, like, if you're trying to drill a point in, yes, you want to make sure your language is consistent. But, I mean, in general, though, it's like, people don't want to keep reading the same sentences without any sort of oomph or interest. Egg scramble. I used to love you, and now I hate. And now, please, gentlemen, let's actually clean up our eggs here. I got you, bro. Hey, how's it going, Avianis? So, if I will use all nerd and weeb language, it does not mean I'm the one. You still have hope. Yeah. Obviously, like, my advice is basically this. Think of the situation. Like, think of the social setting you're actually in. Like here, talk any way you want. If you want to go all elite, go for it. I might not understand you, and I'll be more than happy to ask the question, what the heck do you mean, man? But I've got no problem with you actually, like, say, if you actually want to do something like you want to speak leet. Oh. I got greedy. I went for the golden egg. See, if I was on a team, what I would actually love to try and do, and this would be the rudest thing you could do, is organize a team to actually go out and just empty out the other player's nest. I prefer speaking in puns. Dude, if you want to speak in puns in my chat, go for it. I will be more than happy to appreciate the wit. Yeah, see, like Blue, unfortunately, is the victim this time around. There's someone who basically is just jumping out and throwing out all of the eggs. And that's what I try and do as well, but it only really works if you're on a team. Like, Blue team has no eggs. This is sad. I ponder what to say next. I prefer talking with dark jokes. You know, here's the thing. When it comes to dark jokes, I love dark jokes. I love dark comedy. I loved a lot of the older comedians and such, like George Carlin and such, because it's actually important to have a certain level of tolerance, a certain level of metal. And there's a time and a place for it. You don't just outright blurt something completely offensive unless everyone is kind of in on the joke. Like, it's really hard to actually do dark humor well. Me, I'm usually not bothered by it, actually. But you gotta give it the right setup. Or at least make people kind of... As terrible as it sounds, you know, it's that whole thing, you know, it's like if you explain the joke, it's no longer a joke. You know, it's like, I feel like you could still do that. Well, obviously, in a funeral, you won't... Give me that. That was my tale. I'm having a wonderful discussion with people. I'm not paying attention to this game at all. I'd hate to tell you, to be honest, as a person who has actually worked in, for a funeral, trust me, those people love it. People will actually make that type of comedy all the time. And I mean all the time. And I'm talking about, like, during the funeral service as well. And I'll be honest, like, to me, I wasn't actually really... That was just my fault completely. Alright. Oh. A tail. Nope, you're the... I am the fool. He has beaten me. I cannot dull seeing this guy's... Oh, sure, when everyone else can just get a tail... I'm gonna lose this. No, I'm not. We're fine. Hopefully we're fine. That guy is gonna be on me like white on rice. Or brown on rice. Although I'm not a fan of brown rice. I like white rice. White rice is my jam. I mean, I've been to... Like, actually, you know what? Here's actually an interesting thing. This was obviously decades ago. But unfortunately, you know, someone in our local area passed away. And this was when I was a child. And the one thing actually that kind of made me gain a very healthy respect about passing, I feel like there's too many people who try so hard to make other people feel sad during funerals that one preacher, and this, you know, I honestly can't remember their religion, but their religion, I'm actually just gonna do this. Hopefully this will actually, nope, that was me I made a mistake. All right, fine. Down to the next floor then. I cannot jump for the dam. But the one thing this preacher actually said was actually to me, very insightful. And what he actually talked about was, you know, enjoying someone's life and being able to laugh and enjoy that. Yeah, buddy, we're going down. We're all going down. What are with you people? Nope. Okay. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. People want to play hardball. These people are playing hardball. These people are really playing hardball. I'm definitely gonna lose this. You know what? If I can't win it, no one can. There are too many other players. Please let me work! Oh, I couldn't get up. Oh well, that's a shame. Alright, who? 5 out of 9. Oh, I'm gonna watch this ninja here. But no, the one thing this preacher actually did, you know, kind of, as a child, made me actually gain a very much a strong, appreciation. Saying, like, it's okay to actually laugh at a funeral. That's because you should be enjoying and celebrating a person's life. What the heck? I'll talk about him in a second. This guy did something. I feel like it's latency. As a, you know, as a child listening to this priest or preacher. Oh, that's the. That guy has won a lot of crowns to be able to buy that. But the one thing he actually said, and I'll wait for that sound to finish playing. But the one thing he said was that we should actually, remember them and celebrate the life that they had. And this priest was actually like an extremely jovial priest. It's like, here's the thing though, like it obviously, yes, it was a religious service, but it was like I wasn't used to it because obviously I was raised Catholic. I didn't really feel like I'm not used to the whole like mega church scene. It was like literally there's literally like 1,000+ people in a single area. Like I'm never used to that. But that was actually oddly enough probably actually the first funeral I can actually remember. But since then, it's like, I really don't hold it against another person when they actually laugh or cry or even get upset at a funeral. And I feel like it's actually okay. You know, once again, though, of course, you gotta kind of have a feeling towards who you're talking to. Because obviously, there's a lot of other people who will have a different viewpoint about someone passing. And as someone who's actually worked in the industry itself, and I'd never want to do it again, simply because, not because of the actual families, it's actually literally because of the industry itself. Businesses and the people and the individuals involved. But the actual families and stuff, it's like, it's okay. Like, if you feel like you want to try and make joy out of it, yeah, do that. I've had plenty of family funerals myself, actually, where it's like, it was okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. Because everyone will have a different way to express themselves at, what is a major turning point in a lot of people's lives. It's just important enough, obviously, to just kind of read the room. And like another thing, when it comes to being offensive, going back to your original point, Adianis, is that, and it's something I think a lot of people don't really think about it. It's more of an instinct, I think, with most people. And I kind of have to thank my family to actually kind of make me have this viewpoint. Is offense is taken. It's never given. you choose to actually take offense to the things around you. You choose to actually let yourself be emotional in certain things. I am probably actually, the reason, if anything, I probably never make it as a streamer is because I have not so much like I'm not a high-minded person. Honestly, most of the time, I actually feel like a goddamn idiot. It's just, I just have this strange mindset where I'm never at that level of, compared to a person who's like super enthusiastic or extremely jovial or extremely upset. It's like I'm a goddamn Vulcan for some strange reason. There's your nerdy way of actually describing something. There's your nerdy way of describing it. I'm like a goddamn Vulcan. Or I'm like those dirty neutrals from Futurama. I have no strong feelings one way or the other. But yeah, no, like, I'm actually usually okay with dark humor. Like, I actually, if anything, always kind of enjoy it. Unless, and I think this is actually probably like the best way of actually understanding how to actually deliver dark humor. Dark humor is always a very personal level. But it depends, like, if you get too specific with it. If you get too specific with dark humor, people will be upset by it. Like, if you try and say, like, make a joke about someone who is actually very close to someone. Yeah, people are going to take offense to it. I don't know why I'm going this way, but let's go this way. You prefer small churches? Honestly, I'm not too much of a religious person anymore myself. I think I've gotten to the point where it's more of, I just don't know. Like, in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things, does some deity actually exist? I don't know. But I do know that you should at least take the fables, take the tales, and understand their purpose, understand their message, to try and be a better person. To make those decisions of when you actually need to be the person to fight back, or to actually be that member of society and support another person. One of your father's coworkers passed away, so I had to go to his funeral. Yeah. No, that's that trust me, I have, now that I've experienced more than enough funerals for a lifetime. Yeah. No, there are some preachers who will literally go full on, like, we're gonna celebrate people. This is a celebration. There are some people who do that. I definitely have experienced more than enough of those, and that is completely normal. Hey, Secret, how's it going? It's kind of been all over the place. I did some lamenting. Added some new things on Trigger Fire, just temporarily. I'm gonna fall down. No, I'm not. Oh, surprising. We got a crown. We did win one game, at least. Actually, I think the very first game we actually played... No, not the first. The second game. We won the second game. But now kind of talking about different things here and there. Right now we're kind of like dark humor. And, you know, telling people, you know, it's okay. It's okay to make, like, kind of dark jokes here and such. It's just important to kind of get a good feel of the room. Like, you know, it's like... There's always going to be good dark comedy. Like, I appreciate it. I'm the type of person that's like, I kind of want to get to know the person better and actually think, you know, it's like, I'm not going to try and be that person that's like, I'm just going to take offense. Guys, you're jumping too soon here. Jumping too soon. Now you do it. You're too antsy. We are the leaders here. I need to actually go this way. This guy deserves it. He's an awesome bro. He emotes back at me, I'll emote back at him. He's a bro. What was it? I just added, Flammy. I can't get the, I did, Flammy. I added that as an image. I didn't add many new sound effects yet. Because I've been working on a guide, a setup guide for trigger fire.
Duly noted and ignored.
See, Board acknowledges it, but he ignores it. Perfectly fine. I love Beast Wars. Beast Wars was a great action drama show. I don't know how that series actually lasted so many seasons, but it was actually good. I also enjoyed watching My Life as a Slime. Also, I just realized there's a sexy goblin there. Well, more cute than sexy, but still. I know she's a minor character. But the artists know what the fans want. I'll be honest, I still don't completely understand the whole sprinkling of salt. I really don't. Like, I know that's supposed to be some sort of meme or something, but I wouldn't mind if someone here would actually explain that to me. Wouldn't mind it at all. My Life as a Slime is just fun to watch, waiting for the next episode. Wait, there's a second season? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take that. That happened. I didn't know there was a next episode. The website I go to for watching anime and stuff isn't listing it. Oh, I don't know how I screwed that up, but I did. There's no second season yet. Oh, okay. Last thing I remember from, was it that franchise or show? There is a hot dogger. Oh, that was so rude, that hot dog. Why are you so mean, hot dog man? I trusted you. Trusted you, hot dog man. That was impressive. Don't be mean. Be a friend. Be a bro. He's a bro. Don't let me finish my emote. There we go. I actually love... I love the fact there are some people who are jerks in this game and throw people off, but at the same time, I love it that there are people who will just emote at you out of friendship. Out of companionship. It's great. That's one part I actually love about this game, is the people. There are just as many people who are played to be jerks as many to actually be who are good sports. I love it. What's OAD? Which has 4 episodes. See, I realize, like, I'll actually enjoy an anime series more now if I know it's self-contained. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Like, Interspecies Reviewers. That in itself was a very self-contained series, and I loved it. That was awesome. It was enjoyable, it was lighthearted, it was silly, and yet it was also very mature. Like, I enjoy all types of entertainment. I'm the type of person who enjoys, like, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. But at the same time, I love Robot Chicken. And they can just do the stupidest comedy ever. Original animation DVD. Crunchyroll has been uploading these. Ah. I'll be honest, ever since I heard about what Crunchyroll has been doing to their localizers, I've kind of been staying away from them. Really? I actually expected something else there. This man is the one. Oh, darn. Come on, people. 1 foot in front of the other. That was not 1 foot in front of the other. Told you. First place or I get eliminated. Every time. It's dumb. But it happens to me now. This is the polarizing thing of tiptoe for me. Adion, I'd hate to tell you, every time that game has come up tonight for this stream, I have always been first. Like, that's literally what it is for me now. It's either I get first, or I get eliminated. It's stupid, but it's hilarious. I always find it enjoyable. I don't find this enjoyable, though. I'm not a fan of foil fumble. Yeah, that's actually probably the best way to describe it. I'm all or nothing. I'm all or nothing. What the heck's the tail? Do you has the tail? No, he doesn't have the tail, but I'll give you a thumbs up. Do you have the tail? No, you don't have the tail. Do you have the tail? No, you don't have the tail. He has the tail. Hello, I would like to get this game started. Let us play the game. My tail. No! I was intimidated. Oh! That. Let us play the game. I let go of the controller for a second. I don't know why I did that. Someone cut him off at the pass. What? Oh no. What? Why didn't I get the grab? Ah, he was probably still recovering. Here we go. What? No! He was walking towards me. Nope, I'm not gonna get it. Nope, he won it. It's a shame you can't dive grab. It's a shame you can't dive grab in this game. I feel like that would actually make things really interesting. Oh, what has Crunchyroll been doing? The problem with... Here's the problem I have with Crunchyroll is basically localization. Localization, it's kind of, honestly, okay, you know what, I hate the fact that I'm always talking about jobs, but I'm always talking about jobs. Might as well just keep talking about it. The biggest problem I have with a lot of jobs in the United States, and just in general, is that we've devalued them. And the thing that Crunchyroll has done, or I should say, have effectively set precedent, because localization in terms of anime and trying to pump out a subtitle for an episode, you know, we take it for granted. Let's be honest, we take it for granted when it comes to a lot of animation now. That the same day it releases in Japan, it will be localized in the basically for the Western world, or in English, or in many other languages. The problem with Crunchyroll is that basically they pay their localizers crap. They do not pay them an actual living wage. For the amount of hard work it actually takes to not only simply, it's not even just simple, you know, like, if you ever actually had to localize something, you not only have to do a simple translation, it's not a straight translation. You have to understand the context, but at the same time, make it relatable, make it understandable. It's why something like 4Kids did something so silly as turn a giant rice ball in Pokemon into a gigantic sub sandwich. Because people aren't going to, because, like, let's take your American audience, they're not going to understand what the heck a rice ball actually is. Especially for a children's show, when the main audience is children. It's the same thing with localizing, though. It's like they don't pay their people enough. You know, and it just comes down to the fact, like, we've severely devalued how important of a job that could actually be. How that type of job should actually be a financially self-sufficient job. In reality, we're basically paying them like they're just some sort of retail worker. Like it's their first job. And the only reason like something like that type of still exists is because it's the same thing. It's like why it's so hard to actually get into the video game industry or the streaming industry or a lot of industries actually as of late. People are just willing to basically work for free because the big struggle is getting that work experience. And when you're starving to get that direct work experience that employers are now asking for, you're willing to basically work for nothing. And it's gotten to the point where basically they're not able to actually, Crunchyroll's basically not supporting, they should be paying these people enough of a wage to actually make a living. But more often than not, basically the people are being taken advantage of because of decades set precedent, because it came this quick dubbing or quick subbing of scripts came from an industry that was just out of passion. And so when it actually became industrialized, they didn't actually, the people who actually were setting the cost or the value of it didn't actually make it valuable for people. Localization, you have a really bad image of it, as it's done wrong way more often than good. True, but I'd rather have an attempt to be made than none at all. Because localization's really complex. It really is. Because, like, you can give a straight translation, but that's not always going to be the most impactful. Or it's not going to reach that relatable status. And obviously there will be some people like myself, it's like, you know what? I love Japan as a fan and stuff. Like, I would honestly love to have a deeper appreciation of the actual culture, the actual society. But I wasn't able to really master the language. I wasn't able to get a job or get an internship going to Japan. And I applied multiple times, and I was never picked. And so that was, it's like, it's really unfortunate. Basically, like, a part of my life basically said, like, no, you're not going to be able to get this. But yeah, it's like, it's the same thing. Basically, I feel like overall, though, the jobs that basically exist, we should, because of between wage stagnation and inflation, we need to start valuing the jobs that do exist so people can actually become independently economically sufficient, because that's something that basically doesn't exist anymore. Also, why am I first? Probably not gonna be for long, but still. Yeah, nope, there it goes. There it goes. Wondering when I was gonna screw up. But yeah, localization, like, I would have loved to be able to be like a localizer. That's actually what I originally tried to do in college, and that's why Japanese used to be my major. I didn't graduate with a Japanese major, though. I almost flunked out of college, actually, because I tried to pursue my passion. Ironically enough, I actually then, as much as I try and push people as, like, learn a trade, and I still actually firmly believe that you should learn a trade, Whether it's programming or art or, you know, something that allows you to basically create something out of nothing. That's the type of things I would actually like. An engineer, an electrician, that sort of thing. A plumber. You know, it could be a pure blue collar job. It could be something a little higher minded, like obviously doing JavaScript. I've been trying to teach myself that. You know, I'm trying to teach myself, you know, trying to make videos and thumbnails. And I know the bar is extremely high, and I'm going to be god-awful at it for a long time. But at least I can actually end up creating a portfolio out of it. And then that's the real core thing, is being able to actually make a portfolio out of it. But I like localization and such because, like, that was a thing. People never let me do the thumbs up. Let me do the thumb... What is going on here? We have an angry toucan. Toucan is out for... You know what? I'm actually going to walk away from him. Forget that toucan. Forget him. I will be more than happy to be... You know, I'll be over here for a second. Don't you pigeon me. That was a very quick round. That was a really quick round of rollout. But no, being able to actually localize and make it understandable, and there'll be people like myself who will kind of go the distance so we understand the subtext. And then there'll be people who, like, they just really like it. They like the show and stuff, but they don't really want to try to gain that fundamental understanding of a culture, which is perfectly fine. Like, I envy so many people that I know who have had the privilege to travel. Like, it's honestly really interesting now how... I don't want to say the word... You know, and actually, I'll just say it. It's really unfortunate that how much a person actually earns really prevents them from being able to travel. Like, societies and cultures used to actually, like, completely exist around the fact that there used to be, like, people having to travel. Oh, this is a cluster. That's mine! That's also mine. I am going to contribute to my team. Seriously? Okay. I don't blame him. That's actually really hard to make that hoop. Damn it! He baited me. He baited me, and I was a fool. Also, we're going to lose this. No, you don't. No, you don't, sir. No, there's too many reds. Too many reds. How are we so behind? Come on, put your points into it. No! Oh, come on. Yellow, I hope to God you can get that. We need a 5er or something. No, wait. Oh no, we're definitely not gonna win that. Never mind. Never mind. That was a good shot. If I get level 40, I think I'll be done with Fall Guys. At least maybe in terms of streaming it. I do enjoy this game, though. I do recommend if you have a group of friends. This is it's a simple game that anyone can actually pick up and enjoy. I would honestly be gobsmacked if a person says, like... Well, no, actually, no. I think if anything, we're being on a glut of first-person shooters. I can definitely understand a person not liking it because they don't like platforming games. But overall, though, this is a very approachable game for most people because it's not taxing. It's not like you're playing Gunstar Heroes or something, or like Super Meat Boy. I will admit, though, I would love to actually... I wouldn't mind a Ninja Warrior. Definitely wouldn't mind the Ninja Warrior. What the heck is going on with all those names? Follow me, Dino friend. You must follow the good boy. Uh-oh. I left my dino friend in the dust. I left my dino friend in the dust. I have abandoned him. For I am not a good friend. Every man for himself. It's every jelly bean for themselves. Get ourselves third place. A respectable place. What games have you guys been playing as of late? See, I would love to just be that person that's like, just do a bunch of emotes and such, but at the same time, I kind of know I want the experience. I want the fame. I need the fame. I also need to actually reach out to, Among Us. Oh yeah, you asked that question. Have I tried Among Us? No, I've never even heard of it. What's Among Us? Hunt Showdown. So what's Among Us? I'm honestly curious. Is it like, what's the genre? Unity development tools? I know what Unity is, but development tools? I have a strange love-hate relationship with Warframe. I feel like I would have been... Like, I do get hooked on those type of games. Like, Warframe is a good game. It is a very good and competent third-person shooter that was very ahead of its time. But I'm not a fan of the whole platinum system, the limited inventory, all of these basic, understandable paywall. I understand why they exist. The paywalls that basically exist because even though it's free to play, the company needs to make money somehow. It needs to make a direct revenue from it. Like you mentioned before, Smash Ultimate. I also started playing Sega Genesis Collection and did some challenges on it. Oh, I don't know if I'd be willing to do the challenges for a lot of those games. Although I wouldn't mind actually playing them. Like, I don't know why I had such a terrible night last night. Actually, I kind of know why. I've been in a real funk lately. Like, I'm causing myself so much stress trying to learn JavaScript, trying to create videos, and then trying to, like... I feel like I'm creating this, like, level of self-intimidation. Imagine Mafia Werewolf, but the good people have to fix a spaceship. Interesting. Wait, is that Among Us? Yeah, I guess it is Among Us. 10-player popular game right now. This idea: 10 people, 2 imposters. They need to kill everyone while the innocent is finding imposters. Oh, yeah, that literally is Mafia or Werewolf. You are absolutely right about that. You know, there are actually a couple of games like that on Steam, like actually Werewolf. I don't know about Mafia. You did Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine. Oh man, you actually know how to play Puyo Puyo. I could never figure out how to play Puyo Puyo. Columns. I like Columns. Columns is actually that is a puzzle game I wouldn't mind seeing come back to life, but I don't think it would be compelling enough to actually be competitive against Tetris or Puyo Puyo. It was interesting for the time, though. It's like Clax. Clax was also a very interesting game as well. Golden Axe challenges. That is a beat 'em up I actually do need to sit down and try and beat. It really looks difficult. It's $4 on Steam on phone. See, the only thing I had to say, like, I probably will never play Among Us is the simple fact of why I've actually... That's the whole reason, like, one of the reasons why I did beat the backlog was like, well, I want to stream. I want to be able to play games, but I don't really have people to play games with. I really should change that to be, No, wait, get on the other side. Come on, there, good, perfect, perfect. Good job, team. No, bad job, team. Oh, we're in last place now. This is a problem. Blue team, don't screw us. Don't screw us, blue team. Oh, this is bad. We lost. Unless red team totally screws themselves. Red team, why did you do that? Puyo Puyo and Panel de Pon. Panel de Pon. Oh yeah, Tetris Attack. Man, Tetris Attack. That is a game. I can't beat the single player. Not the one where you're going like a versus mode single player one. I was able to beat that, but the actual like single player. Oh man, that speed on that thing on Panel de Pon, absolutely ridiculous. Do eventually want to find some people to play online together. Yeah, that to me is always the struggle. Is getting people I know to be on the same schedule and play that type of game. That's good to know. Like, at least it's a low level of entry. Oh, what's going on here? I'm being pushed. Alright, I'm just gonna go over here. Up to God, people. People! Oh, this is gonna be a brood. I just realized how many people are playing on this one. 18 people. Alright. This is my domain now. Nope. That was really dumb of me. Alright, next floor. Next floor. What's going on? There was nothing. There was nothing but despair. There was nothing but slime. There was nothing but slime. Who's gonna win this? Where's the other guy? He is all the way up there. Guy was a lucky 1550. You're a lucky jelly bean. So about Warframe, you play it rarely now. We all know how that game goes, but the plat system, you actually really liked it. It was the only system in the multiplayer game that actually can get everything in that game. See, I have that same mindset. Like, I can see how people like it, in the sense that it can create an actual social environment. Like, there were a lot of people who basically said, I'll be honest, I have to here's the thing, I have to completely disagree with you on that. Plat in that game, to me, was the most difficult thing in the world to get. Every time I actually wanted plat, I could never get it. It did not matter what blueprints I got, it didn't matter how much I actually tried, how much endo I collected. People did not want anything from me so I could actually get that platinum in a free-to-play style. Nobody, like, the one interesting thing about that system was that it created that need to actually socialize, to actually barter with people. And there was another game that was very similar to Warframe. And it was actually, oh god, Spiral Knights. Spiral Knights, developed by 3 Rings. And that was a dungeon crawler game. At the core of it, it was a dungeon crawler game. Played just like The Legend of Zelda. Except you had swords, guns, and bombs as your 3 weapons. And if I think if anything, that game is actually still going. They crafted websites for trading. I tried those websites. I still couldn't get any platinum. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, it basically, the whole point, like, ironically enough, it basically, and that actual same thing happened to me on Spiral Knights. It's like, I played that game when it was in beta, Spiral Knights, and I actually got to know a lot of people, and because they had a crafting system. And so you were bartering, you were trading, you were, you know, getting to know the other players as you played the game, because the way that game worked, their system was you had a certain amount of mist. That was basically your free to play. And the amount of mist you had, if you ran out of mist, you either you basically had to buy more mist to keep going in the dungeon, or you stopped your run. And so one of the reasons actually I probably enjoyed myself so much in that beta was that because I got blueprints and stuff, and I don't know what's going on there with this game. I was able to, and this is, if anything, actually probably the most important thing. It's like, people acknowledge that I had value. And, like, the hardest thing I'd say, if anything, in society actually create these days is actually having a certain level of value that people will actually give you, or acknowledge that you have value. But the moment, and the same thing happened, was people basically created, no, it wasn't actually because people created websites. The game developers created a copy of the World of Warcraft auction house. And the moment they did that, the moment they actually developed that, the entire economy basically fell flat on its face. And it got rid of any and all socializing in that game. I mean, completely, outright. Because it basically automated the entire market. Not only the actual value of everything, which came crashing down, so basically, oddly enough, because of what the developers did, nobody could play their game. Nobody could afford it. They basically they created their own depression of their own game because they actually automated everything. Because the actual cost of buying things with, and I think oddly enough, I think the actual currency in the game was actually called crowns. Like the in-game currency was called crowns. But the cost of actually buying mist jacked up so high, and it was so hard to actually farm crowns that basically no one could play the game. It just became completely owned by, and I'm gonna be terrible about saying this, the Chinese economy. You know, you had to be able to farm at the level of a gold farmer in World of Warcraft to be able to actually enjoy the game. And that really sucked. And it was like, that was the point base, so it's like, well, I can't play your game anymore, Three Rings. I loved your game. I enjoyed it. It was a simple dungeon crawler. You leveled up your weapons. You built and craft weapons. But I couldn't afford to play your game anymore. And that was kind of the same thing with Warframe. Warframe, to me, graphically, is actually, you could honestly still say, it's like, here's a game that was developed, when the PlayStation 3 came out. That game was so ahead of its time graphically, and in terms of art aesthetic, that even today, the only game right now that actually looks alike, and it's coming out for the PlayStation 5, and I'm gonna get the name wrong. I think it's like not Godkiller. What was that game called? It's God something. I'm scratching my head on this. actually bothering me. They changed the graphics heavily in their run. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. They absolutely did change the way the graphics, and some things obviously didn't look great. I'm referring to the actual. I honestly, I hate to say it, I actually didn't like the story. It was like, well, you're an avatar. It's like, really? Now to design another look. No, we're not getting that one. I can get that one though. I can't get that one though. I failed. I failed my team. Everyone's running up there now. Why are there? I am not a credited team here. I'm failing my team here. I've not gotten one ring. Is it just so hard to get? I can get a ring. I got a ring. I'm a credited team. Perfect. Like a lot of those games heavily changed their graphics engine, and they had to. They What did he get? I disagree. I very much disagree with the result of that. I am completely biased, though. I can't do anything right for my team. This is terrible. Yeah, he's gonna get that. No. Ah, I'm gonna be eliminated again. We need a 5-er. Okay. Alright. I'm okay with that. No, we're not gonna win this. I love the war. I was hit and miss with the Warframe story. I didn't complete. Here's the. I'll put this in reference. So I didn't complete the Warframe story. The part that I got stuck on Warframe was the moment they added wall jumping. And I thought the way they added wall jumping was the most ridiculous way. And I couldn't figure it out. I got stuck on the moons, or I guess Pluto, in terms of the story. Like, that's where I got stuck. You haven't played The War Within? Like, I unlocked the part where, like, you know, you're not, you know, you're your avatar. You can play as your avatar instead of actually being your Warframe. And I honestly still think, in terms of writing, that was really dumb. I didn't like that. Like, I already had that level of self-immersion that I was my Warframe. But I hated the fact it's like, oh, you're a kid. You're a child, and you're an actual human being. It's like, alright. Playing as the kid sucks. I didn't like it. I hated it. It's like there were a lot of cool things you could do, but it's like you just made this whole, like, a completely convoluted system to me. It's like, yeah, I know you're not actually human, but still, you know what I mean. You look like a goddamn Homo sapien here. You look like a person. I'm gonna say it's a person. I am going to get knocked over by one of these balls, aren't I? No, I'm not. Good. I would actually be upset every time I get hit by one of those wrecking balls. It's rare, but when it does, it's like, well, I lost. Yeah, that's the other half of it. I didn't understand anything at all. Like, that was a game that had such a simple and good feedback loop in terms of gameplay, and then they just made it super complicated that I didn't understand anything. It's like you already had like a super awesome system here with a good feedback loop that I was actually willing. I think I probably opened my credit card twice and actually bought platinum, since that was the only way I could actually progress in the game. In terms of obviously like getting stronger or getting more Warframes. Like for me, it had that strong collectathon feel. Yeah, I actually tried some of the open world stuff. That was the last time I actually played, was the open world stuff, and that was okay. But there's so many mechanics in that game now. It's like, I can't get behind this. Like, what is it? The flying part was already complex enough. What is it? I think they were called the arc wings, if I remember correctly. So that was already a thing. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm wasting my time here doing this. Well, thank you for the egg. These people are playing it dirty. They're playing it dirty. Need you to move out of there. You still hate the arc wings? Yeah. Yeah, the arc wings are still a thing. I don't think they could be better. They could be a lot better. Playing a very delicate game here. Alright, he earned that. That red guy earned it. Four people controlling a spaceship? Are you nuts? That sounds horrible. Get in there. See, the only reason I play defense in this game is because it's easier. Oh, we're at the... Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Bad. Just Tenmar. This is actually a very close match. I think Red's actually gonna get the boot. Yep, Red gets the boot. See, okay, in concept, that could be enjoyable. 4 people taking control of a spaceship, but... Warframe is such a... It's like... How do I describe it? You know, it's like a fighting game, honestly. I'm honestly just more intimidated by it because I know people just have so much stuff. And the level of investment actually needed to really enjoy it. It not only takes time, but also it takes money. It's too big. It really is too big. Like, to the people who enjoy it, like, congratulations. Awesome. You get to... Like, that is a super awesome game to enjoy. It really is. Like, Warframe is a solid third-person shooter game that you can invest tons and tons of time in. Come on, people, please. Let me... I just want to do some jumps. I want to be silly. Let me do the jumps. Oh, well, I got one jump off. Nope, other way. Oh no, that was the answer. That was the answer. Oh my god, I did. Well, I always did say I got it or I got eliminated. At least did we hold it true. Someone caused me to stumble. Someone caused me to stumble, and yeah, that happened. Oh. See, this is why I loved adding, this is why I actually like Trigger Fire. I think, if anything, it's probably still very much a niche purpose, but I think it can be a great way to build, if done well, and actually make it fun for viewers watching and such. The hard part, of course, is just finding the videos, finding the images, GIFs. You can do GIFs on Trigger Fire as well, so it's not just, like, here's a picture of Flammy. You could add GIFs. So you can make super complicated GIFs and let people actually, like, spend their channel points that way. and make it like their own interactive entertainment. And I think that to me is like a really awesome thing. That something like that can exist, because I don't actually really watch Mad Money, but I understand like there is something compelling about being able to actually watch a radio show where they just have like a soundboard of random sounds and they can play it. And it's like, you know, you could do it yourself, but it would also be pretty cool to Please get out of my way. Do it yourself, or or just like let people have fun with it. Like the only thing I really have to actually do. Yeah, we'll go up the middle. We're behind, but why not? Nope. Okay. That worked somehow. Ah, darn it. That was too close. Nope, we're not gonna make that. Step over that, and then we go. That would have been really good though if I actually made that. But I love like messing around with the soundboard. And actually just like pressing buttons and letting audio play.
What?
I'm bad.
I'm bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the one thing I wish Elgato did with their soundboard is what VoiceMod actually did with theirs. And the one thing I really like about VoiceMod's soundboard, and they fixed it. They actually fixed it. So for a time, when they updated the whole VoiceMod UI, they made it exactly like Elgato's soundboard. So you had to wait for the audio to play before you could play it again. Because if you press the button again, it would stop. But now they have it set up where you can spam the button again. So you could do, you know, it's like it used to be
Twitch Prime.
That's Popsky saying Twitch Prime. I used to have to wait, or if I pressed it again, it would stop. Now I could do this.
Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime.
And it's obviously playing through my microphone, but I wish Elgato would actually change their soundboard application where it would do the exact thing VoiceMod does. And the only reason I would like that is because obviously playing through your microphone in terms of an audio source is not exactly the best. Like if you're not, in terms of if you're streaming, I think it's not great. But if you aren't streaming, awesome, cool. You can annoy your friends and everyone else around you, which is awesome. But if you're the person who's actually streaming, having all the audio go through your microphone's not optimal at all. And what would actually be better is having it doing what the Elgato soundboard does, where you can actually select your audio source. So for me, I use Voicemeeter, so I'd rather use Voicemeeter auxiliary input and be able to play, you know, jingles like this. And being able to play those audio sounds and such, like during a stream, is really awesome, because you're basically like playing like Jim Cramer or a radio host, where you can just play random awesome sounds. Because I think there's something like oddly enjoyable about that. Don't abandon the ball. I don't know what's going on, but I'm okay with that we're at 50%. What channel that baffles you? What's the channel here? How it can just keep going and going? High viewer count, seemingly 24/7. Are there any other channels like that? Well, I have to ask, like, could you describe the channel, or what's... I'm okay if you say the channel's name. I'm never worried about openly discussing things like that. Like, who... Is it a streamer? Is it a team of streamers? I mean... I think if anything, there's one thing... Salty Bet. Okay, Salty Bet is a very... Salty Bet's obviously not... It's more or less an automated. It's basically a program. Yeah, there are other 24... streams. Like, the reason why people love watching Salty Bet, it facilitates a vice. And it actually facilitates a niche. One, people love watching fighting games. I like watching fighting games. I would not mind having the opportunity, if I could actually afford it, and say, like, you know what, I want to go out and watch, you know, a fighting game tournament. Or, like, watch the finals. No! Ah, damn it. I feel that's gonna happen to me. Alright, fine. This is the thing. Yeah, that's definitely a thing that's happening. Wow, I am totally getting screwed here. Alright, fine. This is my land, and you can't have it. Never mind, they can't have it. Oh, no! Alright. Well, to be fair, there are 18 people, so we are just going to actually go with this. And people can't have the land. We're playing stupid. We are playing stupid. This match is going to end in seconds. That match ended real quickly with 18 people. Oh, that was stupid fun. That was stupid fun. See, that's why I love Hexagon. It can be an extremely intelligent game, but it can also be an extremely stupid game. It was excellent. See, if you like talking in puns board, you should never feel ashamed about that. I would encourage it and say, because thinking like that, being a creative, that encourages your creativity. And I would actually encourage you to, like, write that stuff down, like, make it part of a portfolio. Like, do some creative writing and such. Make a book of puns. Make a website of puns. That could be really awesome, and people would really actually like that type of content. You enjoyed watching the craziness of Mugen? Yeah, but yeah, going back to Salty Bet, though. The reason why Salty Bet gets to go 24/7, it's completely automated, it's completely computer programmed. And being able to watch it, because fighting games can be extremely interesting to watch, because it's extremely technical. It's extremely intimidating to actually play as a game, because I feel like the mechanics of most of those games are... They're not, like, there's stuff obviously you could learn, but I feel like it's too intimidating. It's too intimidating now, and, like, games can be so deep, or designed so deeply that why bother trying? As terrible as it sounds. It's the same problem like Warframe has and stuff. It's so long in the tooth, or the mechanics of the people actually playing it, that not even matchmaking can actually fix. Like, matchmaking can do it to a point, like playing Smash Brothers. And I still feel like, obviously, there's a certain amount of people who play Smash where it's like, they're just there to have a good time and stuff. It's kind of like this game. It's like, you know, there are enough people who are inexperienced and are just looking to have a fun and simple time. They're willing to try their hand at it, and you know there's going to be enough people that are going to be... It's not even that they're unskilled, it's just that they just want to enjoy the game. And it doesn't become some sort of super Dragon Ball Z Fighters 100-hit combo where you go from 100% health to 0. I don't know who in their right mind thinks that's okay in terms of game design, but they clearly do. And it can be very it can be very novel to watch. But when it becomes that, you lost me. It's like, imagine you watch a football game where just because it's in the hands of a football player, they instantly run it down to the goal. There's no conflict anymore. It's literally like bullying someone. There was no chance to actually make a comeback. But the other half of the reason why Salty Bet is extremely successful is just simply because you do betting. You are betting. It doesn't matter if the betting actually has value or not. I'm honestly personally surprised no one's created like cryptocurrency betting. There's actually a group of people who actually are doing who are actually now doing cryptocurrency for streamers now. Like actual streamers, individual streamers can actually create their own cryptocurrency. That's what's going on right now. I totally screwed that up. Alright, we're on the hunt. Oh, got you. How did you get away? That is a very smart boy, but he's not getting away from that. Yeah, no, neither you. Oh, this isn't good. Where the heck are the others? This game is so weird. Nah. Because you never see where you're actually, if you actually get eliminated. You never see it coming. But if you're looking for other, like, there used to be, and here's another thing about Twitch, because Twitch has zero discoverability. I don't even think they actually have a category. Actually, you know, hang on a second. Actually, there are two Twitch channels I actually used to kind of watch, and they're still going. It's actually Shout Factory TV and Con TV. And what they actually stream for the most part, and I feel like one thing they actually they missed is, oh good, maybe looks like they actually have a TV guide again. But it's like really old television shows and movies. Do they actually have a tag for that? Closed caption. Oh yeah, there actually is a category. It's called Always On. And I just realized the game's starting. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. But yeah, there's so Shout Factory TV and Con TV. Those are 24/7 always on channels. And all they do is it's same thing. It's basic. It's automated. Just a bunch of people who, or just a company that plays a bunch of 1990s and 1980s television shows that they have the rights and licensing to. And it honestly doesn't get many viewers anymore because it's television. There's nothing exactly compelling about that. You know, like, honestly, I think if anything, like, it's not bad. Like, obviously, like, there are some things. Like, it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia bait, and for a lot of people, I think your average person is more prone to go to Netflix. Like, if there was an always on... And Shout Factory and Con TV actually did this. That's the reason why I actually followed them. Was for a while, they were actually showing a lot of anime. And I like that. Like, great, cool. Here's all these old anime shows I used to watch, and I can watch them again. It's the same, you know, it's like, instead, it's great. It's on Twitch. But then they lean so heavily into like film and television, and I'm guessing they probably lost the rights, or they're not showing, you know, whoever's in control of it, you know, the scheduling and stuff. It's like, well, it's not hitting me. Like, clearly they're hitting someone else, but they're not hitting me to watch. But it's like, both of those 24-hour things, they only get like 15 viewers. Because it's hard to actually, like, it really is hard to actually build a community around watching a lot of nostalgic shows. I can never get my thumbs up. I can never get my thumbs up. I just want to give people thumbs up. You, no. Bad ninja. Bad ninja. No, stay away from 1996. It was a terrible year and a terrible Fall Guy. Actually, I should actually be careful about that, considering I don't exactly remember the history of 1996. Aside from the re-election of Bill Clinton. Because obviously that was a presidential year. That was an election year. Should have waited. Should have waited. Now there's so many people running around. See, a lot of people don't like Rollout, and I'm kind of with them on understanding why they don't like it, because it starts so slow. Please, Ninja. Ninja, what have I done to wrong you? I just want to be friends. I'm just trying to actually be a kind, considerate person and not to be the goddamn MOBA player I used to be. I used to be an elite player. I was actually good at those games. I was stupidly good at those games. I was too good at those games, actually. It was at the point where I was playing with the actual developers and playing with the actual pros. That was my level of play. But if you're looking for, like, 24-hour channels, there is the, always on, category. Actually, one thing that's also interesting that Twitch is actually doing is they're hosting, like, their own little award show. And they're actually letting people co-stream it, but they're doing it in a way where they're taking care of effectively all the footage, but they're have it set up where if you're a streamer, you can actually say who the winner is. Like, that is really interesting. That people have it out for me. These people are not friendly in this game. These Fall Guys are not friendly. These are not friendly jelly beans. It's like you're eating those disgusting flavors of jelly beans. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like the ones that are like intentionally disgusting. Like just trying to be friends and people just want to be jerks. Let's all get the experience together. We can all reach rank 40. You know, honestly, I kind of wish Juker, actually, like the whole thing ran with it was, pigeons. Pigeons should be the bane of this game. Like, if you're wearing a pigeon suit, you knew you were a bad egg. You're a bad seed. Says person in Battle Royale, let's all be friends. I think people can be friends in Battle Royales. At least to a point. They're still, like, it's being a good sport. If there's anything I've learned from all my time of playing a lot of highly competitive, highly stressful games. And that brings out, like, the worst in people. That's why it's like, I look at the vitriol I got for simply saying Tim the Tatman's Twitch montage. And I understand it was a complete montage. that they put together of him just yelling and screaming. But the one part that actually really did bother me about it was him actually throwing his controller. Because I know I've known too many rageaholics in my life to know medically that making physically destroying something is actually extremely unhealthy, because if it becomes a habit, you are more likely to be a person that actually commits things like domestic abuse. And obviously, like most people, I really do have to actually like acknowledge how fortunate people actually are. Why are you always yellow? Luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. Or I could just meme it up and say, Fall Guys have it out for me. They know I've been winning too many crowns. Oh, people, please. Please. The Rocket League. We need someone on offense here, please. We got a goal. Oh, oddly enough, diving doesn't really actually do anything. Diving, oddly enough, doesn't do anything. Oh no, why'd you do that, Dino? Dino, no! 9167, what are you doing? Go and be a striker. I'll take the defensive position. This is the position I always played when I played soccer. It's always an important... Actually, I totally just screwed it up for my team. We must stop this ninja. Also, I don't mind being defender. Yo. You're awesome. We doomed our own team. We have doomed our own team from doing that. The emoticon has actually screwed us. It actually has screwed us. We're doomed. This match is we're going to lose this match. There you go. We got into overtime. And it's not in our favor. Oh, please, someone actually get that. Get it out of our half. No! No! Dino! Stop it! Don't just run at the ball. Take advantage of it. I do appreciate this song, though. This is a good song. Like, when it really gets ramped up. It gets really good. Like, actually getting to listen to the entire song is actually really awesome. As for why I'm always yellow, I don't know. Good work, team. I just play defense because it's easier for me. And usually it's because one good way of being a defender is kind of the way it actually matches my way of thinking. It's anticipate what's going to happen and be where you need to be. Because, like, I'll always see, like, a lot of people, and it's hard to actually do this offensively. It's easier to do it defensively than offensively. Where you're actually the person who sees where the ball's going. Yeah, now it's going to work. I'm gonna play friendly. Oh! That was actually dumb of me. Gonna be down to... What are you... Oh. You're gonna be that guy. You're gonna be that guy. Well... I think we already know who won this. Unless I can literally... Well, there's the shoe on the other foot. See, the good challenge about when you actually try and Cubert this whole thing... is when you actually screw up on that. Or just get right to the bottom, and then you have to try and screw everyone else. Alright, this is the new game plan. You're with me, bro. You're with me, bro. Bro, are you with me? You're with me. The beans are with me. This is a game. This is a game of chicken. We are literally playing a game of chicken now. And we're all about to be eliminated. I will not excel at this game. Oh my god, that goddamn ninja that got that stayed up there won it. The person I didn't want to win. Oh, won. Oh. See, the reason that makes Hexagon so the other part that makes it compelling is that you have to actually, it's not just simply jumping from tile to tile, you have to actually think of where you're gonna land. Because you gotta actually find, like, alright, what did the other people below me leave? That felt needed there. The answer is no, I will not hexel. PTSD from hexagons already? Okay, I have to ask, I know you're joking, but what caused it? Tell me, what is the source of your trauma from hexagons? What was the game? Who caused you this pain? Would you like to tell us your story? Have a seat. I can send you a link. Is it safe for work, or is it copyrighted content? I have to ask that question. But if you want to link the link, go ahead, and I'll see if it's actually, if I can actually show it. It's safe for work. Okay. Alright. Alright. This is my life. That was my life now. Now go ahead and link it then. Hi! I apparently... See, this is why I've... Alright. This is also my life now. I do like the fan stage. I do like the fan stage. Alright. Come on, let's see if it actually works. Definitely didn't work that time. Alright, I'm gonna do safe strats. Because I'm actually really behind everyone else. This is actually a problem, or I could actually be eliminated from this. I do not want to be eliminated, because I am so far behind. No! Oh, that's fine, that's fine. We're fine. There we go. It was not a fan of me. It's like, you know what? 1 crown a stream is good enough for you. We're just gonna conspire against you and say no. Alright, I gotta see this. Hang on a second. A purse? Oh, you can customize it. Huh. Oh, that's clever. Wait, how are you traumatized? Hang on, I can quickly show this. This is actually kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually really cool. That looks like a cool team tail tag. I actually like it. I like it, and I'm on the red team this time. Press preview. Hang on. Hang on, we have a game to actually focus on first. And a tail to grab. I'll grab some hot tail. But we'll grab it. We'll grab all the tail. No. It wasn't. I got your back, buddy. I'll hold him back. Oh. Thank you. Well, I'm not going anywhere. Why do people hate me? Do they just not want me to have... Why did I walk straight in? No, I guess that actually saved them then. There we go. What? What is it that doll seem reach? Dino reach. What kind of chicken? Oh, this evil chicken. Oh no, it's the overtime. The overtime is evil. Oh my god, I'm not gonna contribute because I'm just too busy getting knocked around. Give me that. For the team! For the team! Alright, hang on a second. We only have a few seconds to actually do this. Alright, what do you mean by preview? What button do I have to press? You better be, you gotta be Johnny on the spot on this. What's preview? Middle button. Now loading pattern. I don't know what this is supposed to do. It's a purse. Is it supposed to take this long? I'm a bit confused what kind of reaction you expected from me on this one. I mean, ooh? Oh, you can actually save it too. Cool. It's a designer in, you can actually save it. I'm sorry, to be honest, I got eliminated. We got eliminated from Slime Climb because of purses. Perfect. I still want to watch this because I actually like watching Slime Climb. Let's find someone. Let's who's at the top? Who is? They still honestly, Mediatonic still needs to improve their in viewing mode. Like, if you're on a team, they need to make a quick button to actually make it. You know what? Actually, let's watch this guy because he's actually at the end. Let's see if this guy can actually pull it out. Oh, it was. Oh god, I got eliminated. I have to blame Idionis. It was his fault. We had to look at purses. Do I look like a person looking at purses? He made it. That. Oh, is betrayal going to happen here? Nope, not there. I shall take it personally. Can this guy wearing the ultimate ninja hood, can he actually make it? I don't know what he's wearing as a bottom. I'm guessing that might be the fries. Come on, 1682, you can make it. Oh my god, look at all these dirty people. These players are so mean. I hope these players get disqualified. The bullying is happening here. Aw, no one got. I'll admit, part of me says, like, if they're going to make, like, a Ninja Warrior, like, game, I feel like they actually should make a Ninja Warrior platforming game. But if it's gonna be like Fall Guys, they should make it so, like, you can just outright bully the other players. I think that would be awesome. Okay, explain. So what we saw was over 100,000 pictures making a purse picture. Oh. Huh. I mean, like, I've used designed applications like that. Obviously, the hard part was, it was in Japanese, so I didn't know which button to press. Wasn't there such a game on... See, the moment I couldn't afford gaming, and technically I still kinda can't, was during the Xbox 360. Like, I actually chose a Nintendo... Like, I didn't get a Nintendo Wii until, I don't know, maybe like 2 or maybe even 3 years in on the console. That's how long it actually took me to get a Nintendo Wii. Like, obviously, I got to play a lot of Xbox and 360 games while I was in college because other people owned it, and our college had a supportive LAN system. So, like, if you were in a dorm, hey, just hook the 2 Xboxes to the Ethernet jacks, and boom. Oh, I can make it. It didn't get me a lead or anything, but it still worked. The only game I could think of, like, kind of like an extreme sports game, was maybe Fusion Frenzy. But I don't know the content of that game. If it actually was a... Like, it probably had the whole game show aesthetic. Like, I remember the cover of Fusion Frenzy was, like, the American Gladiators ball. That's the point. The shopping applications is one of 2 things. They have prepared pictures of each possible combination. No, yeah, no. On a technical level, that is, like, making a site like that is actually impressive. That is absolutely impressive. Apparently, there's an American Ninja Warrior game on Switch. Seriously? Hang on a second. Oh my god, you're right. There's a American Ninja Warrior game on Switch. Oh god, that doesn't sound... As much as I'm saying, like, I want it, but at the same time, I actually hesitate on... God, I gotta actually take a look at what that game looks like. Hang on, let's scramble some eggs. See, that's why I think, like, this is... Yes, yes, yes! No, no, latency! Don't do this to me! Latency! No! Get in there! Yes! I actually ended up grabbing a golden egg. Okay. Don't... That is our egg. Thank you very much. Stay down there. That is actually our point lead. Was enough from that client who provided the parts for the picture, sending 30 pictures over and over again. Ooh. That is ugly. Uh-oh. You get that side, I'll get this side. The blues, they're invading. The dirty blues. And the reds. Oh my god. Give me that. A dirty red has our golden egg. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. This is actually a very precarious situation we're in here. Oh god, all it takes is one egg. Red, this pirate here can be the champion for the team. Unless someone else steals an egg, which I don't think is gonna happen. Oh my god. We're going in overtime here, people. Don't let him have the eggs. Don't let him take it out of the nest. Ha! Wow. So I guess blue team took something from the red team then and won it. That is impressive. Oh no, I've had clients. I've worked in a design job. And that's literally what, like, thankfully I was the person in charge of the designing. And it's weird to say, it's like, I am not an artist. So I have a very functional design mindset. And when it comes to, like, the important, like, really important things. Oh, wait. Hold on a second, actually. I'm curious. Let's see if I can find, like, a video of this. I gotta see this. Let's see. Preview, review. I'm kind of just looking for... Yeah, here. I think this will just be a pure gameplay. That's an ad. That is an ad. Hang on a second. I gotta see this. Hang on a second. If I have to watch this, you have to watch this too. Hopefully there's no commentary. Oh my god, you actually choose your... Oh god, this is... All this game design is like... I get it. And this is why I think Fall Guys has a better aesthetic. Already, I don't even have to let this play. I'm actually just gonna let it play here. Like, getting to make your own character and stuff. Like this. This is... Like, I'm not gonna insult the developers here on this, because obviously it's like getting getting a project like this is actually really difficult. Never mind actually trying to actually make a character creator and such. But more importantly... Oh, it's Why? Why would you complicate this? I mean, I get it. This is a solution to making this game. But at the same time, QuickTime events aren't always compelling. Never mind the fact, like, you have a stamina bar. Like, they're really trying to be realistic. And that, you know, honestly, like, this is actually a very interesting solution to making a game like this. It really is. But would I actually want to keep replaying this? I'm like, here's the thing. I want a more difficult version of Fall Guys, but I don't need it to actually be Ninja Warrior. Like, I want a more difficult platforming experience. And I think that's obviously like the whole, that's like, it's always the thing. It's like, it's easier said than done. And I feel like this is actually a good example here. Is actually trying to make a game. And this is the downside of the Switch. Like Colin said, just watch that again. I'm just instantly gonna grow hair and a beard and some shoes. They're just gonna all pop on me. Mind looking at Doritos Crash Course? I've seen that. See, it doesn't... I don't want to crap on the graphics. Obviously, it's like... Because here's the hard part about game development. And I'll always actually try and be... I always try and be kind to, game developers. Actually being a game developer is actually very difficult. If you got a link, sure, throw it at me, board. I think I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like reminiscent of the Burger King games. You know, those games that are developed on the is it the Xbox or 360? I want to say 360. There you go. Thank you. Let's take a look here. To the desktop cam. You know, I'm actually going to mute this because it's actually a Doritos thing. They probably would actually claim this. Let's actually take a look here. Yeah, you're using your avatar. Sonic the Hedgehog and a Mega Man helmet. This guy is he's a pro gamer. This guy is a full-on pro gamer. Yeah, see, this is like another solution. Like this is like an endless runner sort of deal. Like this is another solution of how you would do an obstacle course. Like it's a platformer. And it's actually interesting on this. And there's even checkpoints too. Good job, the Ender Steve. Let's actually jump a little bit ahead here. And apparently I literally got to the same point here. USA 4 on the rebound. See, and this is why, like... I know a lot of people, like, will actually say games... you know, it's just about the gameplay. It's like, no, not really. Like, the art matters, and even the story matters. Like, I feel like a lot of people say, like, those who say, like, oh, story doesn't matter, they don't actually realize that probably one of the reasons why you're actually interested in playing is because of the story. See, I try and be lenient towards developers is because chances are the people, like, the retention of actually getting into the game industry and staying in the industry is effectively non-existent. It's like being a QA tester. It is brutal whether you actually are on the high end or low end on the game industry. More obviously QA testers, the reason why they end up dropping out is because we don't pay them enough for something that's actually important. Especially how the more difficult games actually become. But on the other side, it's basically because you have this high churn of people entering and exiting the industry. They really don't have any time to really hone their own skills. There's no real mentorship in the game industry. It is, like many other industries, very much trial by fire. Like, that's really honestly one of the reasons why the job market in the American economy actually just sucks. You know, it's no longer cultivating a local community. Because your neighbor determines the health of your neighborhood, and your neighbor's neighbor, and so on and so forth. And it used to be... And now we live in such a decentralized society that your average person does not care. So if you're wondering why a neighborhood has gone to crap, chances are it's because the jobs don't exist to actually make it better. Game's neither. That game... Wait, I'm sorry. What's that game? I have to ask you. I'm literally just gonna run into this ball. Into this ball. I really hate games that try to use some kind of popularity to show just people. Oh yeah, no, most franchise games are usually terrible. You are absolutely right that most franchise games are extremely terrible. How? Alright. That was a thing. That's actually, wow, it's been ages since I've actually fallen off. The first game, American Ninja Warrior, not having pleasant crowds. Yeah, no, you're right. They're very fundamental. Speaking of fundamentals, I could use my fundamentals right now. Where you press the buttons like Guitar Hero. See, quick-time events to me can be interesting, or what I think of the other ones. Oh, okay, you're referring to. I think they can be, games like Guitar Heroes can be compelling, but the problem is always, there's going to be a point where you're going to get tired of a quick-time event. It's like the Battletoads game. That Battletoads game came out, I committed a sin. I watched the gameplay, I watched all the cutscenes and such, and that game literally just made me ask this question at the end. And I still hate the Dark Queen's design. I respect the art direction that Dlala Studios actually went with. I actually do respect it. It's actually a very interesting artistic direction. But my question after watching everything was basically, plot holes aside, which are many in that game, where... Here, give me a cactus, thank you. Where, aside from the plot holes... Thank you. Pigeons. We can't stay here. This is blue territory. Look, what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to play this game as lazily as possible. There's nothing wrong with being extremely lazy playing this game. You have nothing against it. The graphics were more simple. Oh yeah, no, like I said, art really does matter. Never let anyone say anything otherwise. Needs to be... No, don't grab your buddy. Hi, Greens, how's it going? Just going for a jog. This is the Run Club. The Run Club Fun Club. This is the Run Club Fun Club. Oh no, we're gonna get eliminated. No, I eliminated my own team. Overtime. Just don't lose Mateo. Come on, you can do better than the red team. Oh, blue team, are you done? Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. This is why, I like tail time, but at the same time, oh man, I would be salty. I would be so salty from if I was on blue team. It was me and it was yellow and green team that were on the chopping block, not blue team, and they're the ones who's got axed. Yes, there is double overtime, there's triple overtime, there can be as many overtimes as there are as long as the game detects a tie. If it sees that the scores are tied, it will go into overtime again and again and again. There is no limit to the number of overtime that can happen. As long as the two teams have the same score, that could be eliminated. Because they only, and I'm glad actually Mediatonic designed it that way, was as only one team gets eliminated. No double elimination stuff here. You need to start playing it at last 20. Yeah, no, I understand that mindset. I do understand that mindset completely. Like, it's like basketball. It's like, only the last, I don't know, 5 minutes matter. It's like with a lot of sports. You could be super invested and watch the entire game and have a good time, but there are a lot of times where it's like, you know, it's just the last this many seconds that matter. It's like that Futurama joke they made about basketball. It's like, it's only the last some odd seconds that matter. I do need to contact Mediatonic, though, about, see those crash dummy suits there? I'm supposed to get one of those. Because I beta tested this game. And I was actually very fortunate, thanks to, Seriously Clara and Devolver did... I don't know how I didn't fumble that. I was supposed to get a, The rare bumps. The rare bumps. Oh, that was a lot of players. That was so many players that got eliminated there. That was halftime. Yeah, you know, it's that sort of mindset when it comes to sports and stuff. And I understand that argument. It's like, tail tag, Royal Fumble, and Team Tail Tag has that issue where it's like, it's only the last so many seconds that matter. It's like, yeah, you're right, but at the same time, you can choose to actually make your own fun with it. I mean, let's be honest, it's a game of tag. It's a game of tag. It's enjoyable. I like Team Tail Tag. Would be okay if Tail Tag and Royal Fumble were gone completely. Like, Team Tail Tag, because there's just so many more players running around and having a ball. They can have a ball. Nope. Leap of faith! That's not a leap of faith. That's just... It's a straight line. It's a straight line. No, it's not a straight line, actually. Never mind, it's not a straight line. So this way? Damn it. That is the longest straight line for Tiptoe. Come on, you cowards! First place, baby! Again! Oh... I don't know why. First place or... Like, to me, this is like the... I would... See, here's the thing. I would love to have another labyrinth maze in this game. Like, doing another labyrinth race would also be awesome to have. They just needed to fall in line with you. There you go. See, you should write all these things down, record them, make a website, add all the puns. Or, like, you find an artist, and they can make a comic around your puns. And just remember, all comics don't need to be amazing in art style and stuff. Sometimes it could just be simple stick figures. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this. Nope. Too many other players know what to do. Too many other players know what to do. Yeah, we're not winning this. I'm definitely not winning it after that. Yeah, no, too many. That duck won it. That duck won it because of the same reason why I lost earlier tonight. See, though, that's the problem I have with Fall Mountain. I like Fall Mountain in concept. I just wish it was And that's the reason why it's like, I would like these obstacle courses to be a lot more difficult. It becomes so formulaic. And it becomes so formulaic, you just know the answer. But yeah, I'm literally YOLOing. Just go for the wild jump. I mean, because in reality, if you think about it, with a game like Tiptoe and the way it's designed, there's only to a point where you could end up just simply failing and getting eliminated. Because what most players are doing in that game, they're waiting for other people to find the solution. And because everyone is too cowardly or too afraid to actually take the chance, that they don't realize that they would be better off making that leap of faith and figuring out which tiles aren't shaking, because that's your tell with Tiptoe. It's the tile shaking. If the tile shakes, it's a fake. And they designed it where you can pretty much know by looking at the other tiles. All right, well, this is that's the real one. As nice as the idea is, they probably won't be following up on it since you just prefer sharing puns. Trust me on this one, is at the very least, write them down. Write them down, and you can make easy comedy skits. Like, create a simple conversation where a pun is. There are plenty of people who greatly enjoy puns. For God's sakes, you could easily probably gain Chugga Conroy. And he'll probably follow you very easily. He will be more than happy to go to your go to your simple website and say like, I want to read puns on this. Honestly, I still think it's because I think here's the other reason, Board, I say that is because creating a portfolio in this day and age, even if it's something like making puns, shows that you are a creator, that you can make something. And it doesn't have to be super grandiose. It doesn't have to be a video game. Even just making very simplistic videos puts you so far ahead than other people. And it comes back to value. Value is recognized by others. I appreciate that you love making puns, and I want to encourage that just the same way John encourages people to actually make art or make videos and such. Go and play your... He took his teammate's tail. There was betrayal. And apparent. I just took my teammate's tail. I am a terrible person. I have committed a cardinal sin. I am a rogue. I've gone rogue. It's horrible. That owl took my teammate's tail. I failed my teammates. What? Oh, I was hugging. Are you forming a conga line? No, you don't have a tail. You don't have a tail. I have a tail. I have the tail. But no, like, always, like, we live in a day and age where... And here's another way to look at it. If you're not encouraged by simply... Alright, this is the Run Fun Club. Never mind, it's the Hammer Club. What was that grab? That shenanigans. I have failed my team. I have failed my team. the other reason is simply this, and this is actually probably the other reason that's actually important. The more content you create is also the more property you create. And property is the only thing that really matters. Whether it's digital or physical, being able to own your property and your content has the best chance of actually being recognized to have value. One day you'll get back to streaming again. You miss streaming games and I want to get back into streaming with some speedruns and casual games. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of been one of my problems as of late, is I'm starting to try and make content. And I understand the bar is super high, that I'm letting it affect streaming, and streaming can be extremely have a high production value. It can be extremely glamorous. At the same time, it could look like a whole mess. There's actually a Discord. There's actually a streamer I watch. He's Cthulhu the Third. He only streams retro games, and he's damn good at them. And it's very casual, it's very relaxed actually, and it focuses just on the gameplay. The only thing you'll actually see occasionally are alerts, and it's just about him basically playing through a series of games. Nothing exactly pre-selected, they're usually picked on a whim, and games that he enjoys playing. Some are good, some are horrible, some are just outright obscure. And I feel like I need to get that level of passion back. Like, I actually do miss beating games. I really do miss beat the backlog. I really should just realize, like, I like beating games, but the downside is, though, and this is the hard part to actually admit about streaming. Streaming, unless you already have an existing viewership, like your 8-bit drummer, or your someone who already has, you know, like was it Zach Busey and his article that completely misses the point about, like, you know, in my personal opinion, that was not the truth about being a Twitch affiliate. All of those people in his sample size of 100 streamers, they were already popular on other platforms or had an existing following, and that's really kind of the whole chicken and the egg thing. And I'd honestly say streaming, being exclusive on streaming, is the worst way to actually build a viewership. You have to create content elsewhere. And that's why I feel like you should actually you should follow up on the whole thing on making puns. You know, you could even make it a simple thing, like, you know, actually, here's a good idea. No, it might not be a good idea. You like making puns on games. Here's what you could actually do in terms of creating content. There's a lot of people that love puns. Why not make a YouTube series called, like, 50 video game puns? And you could just simply take, if you're camera shy, you could take gameplay of those moments and say, like, have the moment play out, and then just simply say your pun. Like, you could take a clip of my stream here of Hexagon, and then when you lose or something like that, say your pun. And then you could make a montage of those games. And you could even make it extremely trendy, too, and, like, say if you follow the bandwagon. All you really have to do for content creation like that is take someone else's stream video or their YouTube content and just use that, because that would actually fall under fair use. It would literally fall under fair use because you were transforming their gameplay and making it into puns. And there would be nothing they could do about it, because it would literally be fair use. That would be an idea for a YouTube channel. It doesn't have to be 50. Obviously, 50 I think is way too high of a number. You can make it like, you can make it 10 or 5, and it doesn't actually, like, I wouldn't even worry about the length of the video. Because the one other thing about, like, that's really difficult is when it comes to the length of videos is, I can't touch you. I can't touch the dragon. Or not dragon, dinosaur. I would say you're hexagon. I am gone out of my mind. I am definitely hexagon. Give me my tail. That's my tail. No, the hammer. It protects him. It's too strong. I got my doll. This is my life now. Tailless. Come on. Channel your inner anime and grab that tail, baby. Grab it. Reach for it. Reach for the long, fluffy tails. Don't question if it makes someone a furry or not. Do not question it. I don't know why we're not... Why am I standing here? Why am I standing here? Why am I standing here? This is dangerous. I don't know who has a tail. Don't you Dulcine me. I got Dulcined. That's yellow. That's my teammate. Get the red. Get the red. I got your buddy. Run with your tail. I got your buddy. All right, time to do my part. Oh no, it's overtime. Anything can happen. No. 7 tails. Maybe when I have a bit more stability in my current life. Here's what I think. Grab a piece of paper or open up, like, whatever you use. Your cell phone. Your cell phone, everyone's cell phone. If you use an application like Google Keep, write it down. Any idea you have, you should write it down. If another person gives you an idea, write it down. Notepad. Yeah, sure. Notepad, put it on your desktop. When you get things settled down and you feel comfortable at it, like I said, start small. Make it like 5 puns. 5 puns a video, doesn't even matter if it's a minute long or not. Trust me. You could grab someone else's gameplay footage, grab like, I don't know, 10 seconds of gameplay, and then it leads up to you making a pun. You can make it about a single game, you can make it a series of games, or even a genre of games. There is so much clickbait potential with it. And like, the more you should write down your puns and such. Like, if you ever come up with a pun, write it down. Like, I honestly encourage you, and, you know, I hope, just like you, I'm going through I've been going through a rough patch my entire life, let's be honest. I've not been, there's been no part of my life ever since I graduated from college where I've been economically stable. Thank you, Great Recession. Yes, I'm going to be bitter about that, because not only simply because I choose to be, but it's actually factually accurate. And after you run out of puns, there's dad jokes. Yeah, honestly, just expand it. Like, they don't even have to always be puns. Like, if you think of dad jokes, go for it. I actually loved it. I've actually been thinking of, like, terrible, like, what is it? There's an artist that's actually related to the whole, Has-Been Hotel. And this woman's name is Ashley. And I don't know why, but... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. We made it. Okay, good. So, So this person named Ashley... And I don't know why, but, like... I don't know what her connection is to the whole Has-Been Hotel and stuff, but, like... All the voice actors... apparently, like, hit on her... And it literally always starts like, oh, Ashley. Oh, Ashley. And it always leads up to a pun. Or a joke. And like, one of them that I found absolutely hilarious is like, you know, she's trying to flip the tables. And she's making a, you know, she's hitting on them. So these are all like, you know, they're hitting on each other, basically. So, not real, but you know what I mean. And... oh, no. Yeah, I heard about that. Congratulations to them. It's really awesome, actually. You know, here's the only problem. I can never get the, I can never get the distance to actually run. You know what the funny part is? There's actually a way to make this. Thank you. Alright. Oh no! Oh no, I think I just got myself eliminated. This is not how you should do this. No! Oh, I just got myself eliminated. I failed. I failed. Oh no, he doesn't remember. No, he knows. It's the end. It's always the end. I yellowed too hard. I yellowed too hard. Oh well. Radio Demon. Yeah, Alistair. It was like, was the line retort that basically made... because she always gets flustered. That's like the big thing with her. Was that she always got flustered from everyone hitting on her. And the one thing I loved, it was funny, was like, so the guy asks, oh, Ashley, have you ever been to St. Louis? And she says, no. And his reply, well, I can teach you how to arch your back. It's so bad. Oh, I do. Things are not looking good for this Fall Guy. So... this actually tells you how things are in the world. So St. Louis has a monument called the St. Louis Arch. So kind of like, so think of the Eiffel Tower. So teaching a woman how to arch her back. There's a lot of innuendo. There's a lot of double entendre here. Oh no, he dropped 2 floors. He dropped a 3rd floor. See, I don't get the strategy here of being on the outside. I get the strategy of ruining the platforms for everyone else. But I don't get the strategy of being on the outside. No one's been eliminated. This is going to be a long game because there's only 5 players right now. And right now, one other player is just no, yeah, he's actually he's trying to. He's not doing a great job of it. And oh, I can't believe 7260 actually made it. Well, he failed. Oh, look how many holes there are. Look how high these guys are. Nope. Oh. He threaded that needle. He threaded that needle. It's down to him. He needs to stop jumping. Where's the other guy? He's right above him. He's right above him. Oh my god. This is like a spider's web. 3168 and 1160 here. Can he make it? No, he got greedy. 1160 wins it because the other player fumbled that. He fumbled the dive. He shouldn't have gone for it. He should have played it safe because you can only clear 2 hexagons on a dive there. Darn shame for him. No, that's the one hard part about the whole it's actually good that this is a momentum-based platformer, because if it wasn't, you could pull off a lot of amazing platforming stunts if it wasn't. What time is it right now? It is, it's 11:35 here. Let's see here. Hang on a second. I want to check something. I'm tempted to actually stop now. Just simply because I really do need to actually fix my sleep schedule. How far am I away from leveling up now? I am so close to level 40. Well, actually, no, I'm not far. I'm not close. I'm not close at all. This is like another 2-3 hours.
I'm bad.
Thank you for reminding me of how bad I am.
I'm bad.
I'm bad.
Damn right I'm bad, bored. Yeah, you know what? No. We're gonna fix our schedule here. We're gonna actually try and be somewhat healthy here. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna try and get, we're gonna try and get back to our schedule. I want to try and get back into a loop here. And I want to actually make sure... Like, I'm not a morning person. I actually, I honestly wish, I do envy people like Proton, like John. I envy 8-Bit Drummer. I envy all those people who are basically content creators who are so self-employed that they can make their own schedule. You have training in 6 hours. What kind of training, if I may ask? If it's too personal, never be afraid to say it's too personal. I always respect that. But if it's not, hey, I'm always interested in actually learning about other people. Nah, no one. I can't just take 1500 fame. I can't steal someone else's fame. Actually, that's the real thing about streaming. You gotta steal people's fame. You gotta take it. You gotta hijack it. You gotta prove that you're a better streamer than the other people. Some stuff about work is for your coworkers and yourself. Yeah, no, I'm always mixed about training when it comes to jobs. A lot of trainings can be good. The other half, though, usually they're not. Usually they're not. It's like sensitivity training. Let's just call it what it really is. We don't want to be sued training. We don't want to be sued because of your social ineptitude training. Or because of your personal beliefs training. They should call it what it really is. And you probably would actually get people to actually respect that more than calling it sensitivity training. But no, let's be a little responsible here. Let's actually try, because I stayed up until 5 a.m. and then I woke up at 2 p.m. today. It was absolutely terrible. Sometimes you just join in on online training that I don't need to, since I could take it from home and be allowed to do so. Oh yeah, no, I hope you're paid for it. If you're doing that, they are actually legally required to actually pay you money for that. That, if anything, is actually one of the big things. That's actually one of the reasons why, when it came to whole, do online training, I tell them no. You are getting paid for it? Awesome, cool. I wouldn't complain then. Awesome, that's actually great. Very few companies, big and small, they will always try to basically squeeze any and all of your time from you. If you're getting paid for it, awesome. Great. Because very few companies, very few managers will actually do that. But yeah, let's be responsible. Let's actually call it. We'll actually... let's... I'm gonna start pulling games out from my collection again. And we're actually gonna play them. I like playing a lot of RPGs and stuff. I feel like I will try and find a way to balance... beat the backlog in doing more fun games. Doing more games like Fall Guys here, like one-off nights. I feel like doing a one-off night, not because I feel like if I'm just beating games and it's 5 days a week or 7 days a week of just beating a game, single game streams I know do not attract people. Like, I would actually say this. If you're actually interested in streaming, and you're focused on actually making games, the content, you have to have variety. Doing a fortune cookie, doing a randomizer, doing something that people can actually vote on has a lot more pull than just doing a single game. Just simply because people will respect the fact that there is variety. Even if you don't give people the choice, one of the reasons why there's so many people watching Cthulhu the 3rd, aside from him just simply existing and streaming for so long, because he's not even consistent with his stream schedule, he will beat multiple retro games a night. He doesn't even practice them. Like, obviously, like, it'll get to a point where he's just naturally talented at beating them. But just simply doing that makes a huge difference. Let me take a look and see who's actually streaming. Let's see here. Oh, there's 2 people actually I'd probably recommend, and I'm kind of torn on. You know what? I'm gonna give Buddha Meds the host here. You know, actually, it's gonna be a raid. It's gonna be a raid, and you can just ask him. What did they do? You know, nah, actually, no, that's too long. You know, it'll just be a raid. We'll go check him out. He's actually playing through Battletoads, the newest Battletoads. And you can actually see why, if you actually watch it, why I think they Delilah Studios should have just made it a cartoon series. I still think the Dark Queen's design is, it's terrible. It's a cartoon design. That's really it. But all right, I'm rambling. I'm rambling. We need to end this. We need to go give Buddha Meds a hi. Tell him to enjoy it. Until then, though, thank you very much for watching. And as always,